Maddie, what? You know what? Forget it. Forget it.
What?
What?
What did I do this
Okay,
time?
there we go. There we go.
I'm just going for the giant blue text on the screen, but you don't forget it.
Give me
It
mommy
is bigger than the
dress.
last time, I will point out.
Oh, it cut off. It needs to be bigger now.
Oh,
There
dear
we go.
goodness.
What? Is it bigger now?
It's going off the screen.
Sorry,
Zoom
it's too
out.
big. We can't read it.
Well, if you zoom way out, you can read it. You
300.
have to zoom
But
out.
that
to
involves
10%.
zooming out.
Now I think updating now it's just like yeah.
Oh no, it's just
Hang on, I need to recenter my
Oh, nope.
map, and
Goblin one.
I can still read vital information. We're fine.
It has been a while, but if I remember correctly, last we left off, you guys
We were
had...
still in the city.
Yeah, you had just gotten to Vallaki,
Mm-hmm.
and...
And if I remember something, it was something about.
And we have a note at W. What's at W again? Oh yeah, Wizard's Wine.
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah. And I believe
Night
before we
Friend.
headed out for that, we were going
Is
to.
that Q? Oh, we were going to go back to the windmill thing, where
Yeah,
Spencer wrote Babushka.
Yeah,
Yes.
we were gonna-
Babushka.
We were going to investigate one of our side objectives.
And yeah, you guys had
I
dealt
can't
with...
remember if we decided we were going to burn that mansion to the ground that had the vampires, or if we decided we were done with that. Because I know we got something from that building.
the coffin maker's shop. You went there to,
the
get
coffin
to get the
maker's
bones
shop.
for the church.
Yeah, we got the bones. We didn't take the money. If this ever happens again, we take the money.
Well, I was going to ignore you if you took the money, so I didn't care if you took the money. But whatever.
I should have took the money the first time, as for wasting my time.
Yes. Yes, and it's not. So, we were going to investigate that potentially child-snatching old woman.
Mhm.
Yes, possibly.
And if I remember correctly, we dropped off What's-Her-Bucket
At the church.
At the church.
And I
Yeah.
believe I did set something in place that someone should probably send immediate word to us should something happen.
Yeah.
Or if I didn't, we'll just say I did
You
do
did.
that because that should have been something I did.
You set something up with Van Richten.
Yeah. And and that's right. The crows. We had the
Yeah.
we had the thing about the crows, and I think I also set that up with Van Richten.
Yeah.
I believe, anyway.
All right.
Or he was the one who told me they existed.
So yeah, you want to head over to
Are the rear Evans on our side?
what?
I forget. Are the rear Evans on our side?
Yes.
Yeah, we basically heard. I basically heard they were monster hunters, and we even got a fortune teller thing telling us that the crows will be our friend. So there we go.
So yeah, you guys want to go to the windmill?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, let's free some children.
All right. Travel
I
pace.
got nothing else better to do.
All right, let's see if this is a perfectly legitimate business or an illegitimate one.
All right.
Either way, I have
It's
no faith
legitimate.
either way, I have no faith that it's going to be standing by the time we get there.
Travel pace.
Yeah. I should open that.
Not a hurry.
Are we on a time crunch?
You're not on a time limit, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember us being on a time limit. We were only on a time crunch when Dracula himself showed up. And we wisely decided wisely we
Let's see
didn't
here.
want to be in that
How
neighborhood anymore.
far is it?
Be a
About
few
2
hours.
miles.
I don't know what pace that is.
Yeah. And then we have to go here, we have to go here, and we have to go here. So it's 6.3 miles. So we'll look at travel paces.
We also
3
could
miles
just
an hour
cut
is
the
a normal
tree
pace.
line, and that'll
We go
save
to-
us like.
Yeah. If we go at a medium pace, that's 3 miles per hour. We get there we would get there in 2 hours.
Go. That's what I needed.
Yeah.
Okay.
The associated travel skills: keep watch, navigate, scout, track, trailblaze.
Yeah, I'll
Those aren't
roll
hindered.
based on. As long as you guys aren't traveling fast, there's nothing that you can't do. I'll tell you what to roll, whether advantage, disadvantage, whatever, depending on what pace you're doing stuff.
I'm thinking just a regular medium travel pace.
That will be adequate.
All right, I guess I'm navigating again.
All right,
Mhm.
navigate from Joey. Make what was it? A survival check? Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it was a survival check. Really low DC.
Oh, yeah,
but
we
a survival
have
check. Literally a DC of 0, I should mention. But still make the survival check.
Anyone can make this check, but I'm the one with a map. So
yep. And the rest of you
fuck
travel
all you.
actions for the first leg.
Which
This will only be a 1-leg travel, but still.
All right.
Heck.
I guess I'll go hunting again and see what I find with my special eyes.
Okay, just a sec.
There we go.
What's my perception? Okay.
That way.
Helios and
You already
perception.
traveled this road. Just follow the path.
Helios will keep watch. And I'll keep watch.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep watch too.
I can't help but picture, like, everyone else is taking all their tasks seriously, but I'm the one just kind of lazily holding a map.
You find Spencer. You find tracks for 2 rabbits. Would you like to follow the rabbit tracks?
Of course I do.
All right. Make a survival check to track.
Survival. Blood. Give me a second. Trying to redetermine what my score is for that.
Wisdom.
Okay. No, I know it's wisdom, but I need to see. Okay. All right.
Okay, yeah.
No, I don't have that. We're gonna have to invest in that at some point. So roll 1d20 plus wisdom is that. So plus 3. 19.
Yeah, you successfully tracked the rabbits. And then there are 2 rabbits. And that was, I believe that was high enough. Just a sec. Yes. So make you have your bow. So make an attack roll with the bow. If you take down one of the rabbits, at advantage.
All right. So 1d20 plus 5 plus 2 plus so plus 7, and then we do that again. The 14.
That is still enough. That happens to be just barely enough. You take down one of the rabbits. The other rabbit is. Yeah, now you can make another attack roll against the other rabbit because.
All right, but now it knows that I'm here.
Yeah, you don't have advantage.
24.
Yeah, you take down the other rabbit too.
Okay.
Excuse me.
You get 2 pounds of meat.
All right. The fur as well, or no?
Yeah, you would get the fur as well, but.
Okay. Actually, I'll just carry the rabbits back to find someone who's more suitable to actually cut these open.
It's just basically you're able to tell that each rabbit would be about a pound of meat.
Probably me. I mean, I have cooked utensils.
Anyways, the people keeping watch do not notice anything just yet. Spencer, you won't be able to get back to the party until pretty much they get there.
All right.
Ooh, so yeah, now that you're done hunting, as you're traveling back to the party, you specifically, Spencer, get an encounter.
Oh. All right, then.
Anyone else say that screaming?
I mean, it won't necessarily be a combat encounter.
I'm not, I swear to
It's not.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just couldn't help it. I just picture it's just like, oh no, and then we're just
There's just a werewolf in the woods.
Yeah, it's like Spencer's character screams, and then the rest of us. Do you hear something? No.
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 We just
the
go.
weird thing.
Vladimir. Maybe I have had too much to drink today.
It must have been a buzzard flying over there.
All right.
Yeah, we're probably like an hour down the road, and we're like, oh crap, we're forgetting somebody.
Where is this encounter? There it is. You find something on the ground. It appears to be a brooch that would normally have a picture of a person, but the face appears to be scratched away.
Oh, how interesting.
This is something Spencer finds.
All right. What do I have to roll to like? Is there a way that I can like get further knowledge out of this, or no?
No, it's just a brooch that. The specific term is a cameo, apparently, but it's like a brooch that would have a picture on it, but the picture has been scratched away, not necessarily deliberately. It just looks really old and beat up.
Oh, okay. That was like deliberately
That's
scratched
where that
away.
term came from.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just anyone around?
Nope.
Nothing
Looks
around.
it looks like it used to be made of silver. It's just really old, beat up, tarnished. Like someone dropped it here years ago and forgot about it.
Years ago. All right. I will go ahead and grab it.
Okay.
This way you're just walking along. We didn't notice it the first time through here, and the second time you're like, oh, hey, look.
This thing's probably haunted, but nothing like a little bit of a friendship with the undead that can't stop that.
All right. So there's that section of stuff.
All right.
2,
So
3,
4,
5, 6.
another
You get
thing to add.
I roll for an encounter every 6 tiles at a normal pace, just so you know. Roll to see if you get an encounter. Spencer, you don't get an encounter this section, but the party does.
Okay.
What happened?
I'm gonna roll to see what happens. Okay. That number.
Do those of us on watch need to roll perception?
Yes.
Perception.
If it's just something on the ground, can I roll to trip over it?
It's not something on the ground.
Okay.
Wow.
I think we're covered, guys.
Hopefully.
Well, I mean, Helios got 25.
Thanks, Helios.
Lizard.
Dragons, they're so helpful, you know?
Oh.
They have, like, racial expertise and perception or something like that. It's ridiculous. I don't think it's actually full-on expertise, but they have a racial bonus to perception.
You don't actually notice anything.
Oh.
Nothing happens, you just don't notice anything.
Oh, lovely.
They roll a nat 20 on their stealth, so. And it says that that this thing only attacks if it's threatened, so.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Nat 20, that would do it.
Yeah.
That would do it.
Yep.
What's the total for the stealth roll?
21.
Or are you getting... So if it wasn't a nat 20, I would notice it.
If it wasn't a nat 20, Helios would have noticed it, but it was.
I've been like, you there, you think you can hide. You think you can hide in the darkness.
I'm just picturing we're just walking by, and then it's just like, and there's just, you just see like Slender Man or something in the back, and as we walk by, he's just gone, and then we're just like, and then just one of us is just like, huh?
No, there were. You will get there by the next encounter, and Spencer, you rejoin the party if there is an encounter here. There is not. There were berserkers hiding in the bushes. They would have they only would have attacked you if you attacked them. So, yeah.
Well, we
4
didn't
of them
even see them.
actually, so that probably wouldn't have gone very well for you if you attacked them.
It's just really funny to picture. It's just like it's just some unspeakable monster behind us, and then we just don't see it.
Alrighty.
Oh no,
Let me get to the
I
thing here.
can't do Control Z. Oh
Peak
no.
comedy, ladies and gentlemen.
There we
Alright.
go.
The onion-domed edifice. This onion-domed edifice leans forward and to one side as though trying to turn away from the stormy gray sky. You see gray brick walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill above a flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior. Perched on a wooden beam above the door is a raven. It hops about and squawks at you, seemingly agitated. Onion domed means like the Kremlin, those style of domes.
Yeah. Yes, the Kremlin.
Let me get you guys onto the appropriate map here.
It's just yes, the Kremlin. Why do you know so much about architecture?
Here we are.
Do not pay attention to that.
Yeah, and you're just like, why do you?
How do you know what I'm talking about?
Clearly, you know some too, because you understand what I am saying, and it's not coming out. It's just gibberish.
All right, you
Look
guys
at
are
this
around the map
small
now.
little house.
It's a windmill. It's not very large.
Oh, okay.
Here, let me see if I can reveal things.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. It's weird. We can like see part of the outer rim, but like the center of the column is just a big
From my
black
angle, it
Yes.
is like an L.
Yes, it's meant to be like that because you can't see inside the windmill.
Oh, that's inside. Oh, okay. I was like,
The column is the
I
inside
just
of the
dragged my character around the windmill just so that I could see that it was indeed a full circle.
I saw a second windmill on the side. There's an old man in it.
Say what? I do not see no other windmill.
Oh wait, that was out of character.
Yeah, that was out of character.
Yeah.
When I pasted things in, Maddie's character was inside the windmill, so.
Yeah,
I didn't know that it was smart enough that you could see like up the staircases and stuff.
That's upstairs. Okay.
It was just to the right of the map that you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the second floor is what you saw.
DM, I would like to make a nature check to figure out what ravens like to eat.
Go ahead.
All right. So rolling 1d.
Birds.
Our fortune said something about ravens, so we might as well make friends with them while we're here.
I think I already have that covered.
All right. So intelligence. There we go. Plus 13.
Yeah, sure, that'll be enough. I mean, it's not exactly something super important. Ravens will eat dang near anything, but they particularly like insects.
Repeat that? Oh, insects. Okay.
They'll eat dang near anything, though.
All right.
Kind of want to.
Is rabbit meat on the menu?
Yeah, they would eat rodents.
Yeah.
All right.
Are rabbits
Not my
considered rodents?
capybara.
I think a capybara is safe because
Capybara is a rodent as well. Yes.
Yeah.
I know capybara.
It's a very
It's
foreign.
a little large and too alive for the ravens to eat right now.
Yeah. Are rabbits?
If it was
considered
dead, it would have been
rodents?
fair game. But
All right. Okay. So how much is like an ounce of meat? It's 16
ounce.
ounces to a pound. I have
Yeah.
2 pounds of rabbit meat.
So a 32nd.
Yeah.
1/32 of the 2 rabbits. So, or 1/16 of 1 rabbit, because
I'll
that's
say
about
probably
each
like-
rabbit pound. A foot.
Probably the easiest way to separate something that you would give to the raven would be like take a leg off one of them or something.
Hmm.
You could just, pull
That
out
would
a knife
maybe
and
be
cut
like
off.
a quarter pound.
Okay. How big is the raven? Can it hold a quarter pound?
only if I could piss him off doing it. Like, I'm really strongly debating just rolling an animal handling check to see if I can befriend the ravens just to piss him off.
Wow.
For literally only for
This
literally
raven
the
appears to
only
weigh about
reason.
2 pounds.
So he can eat this.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to like attempt to rip off the leg of one of the rabbits.
Okay.
And
you won't
hand
have to make a check for that.
Strength check, right?
You won't have to, no.
Oh,
You will
okay.
not
All right.
have to.
The rabbit's dead, and so you won't have to make a check.
But yes, I offer is like this leg
All right. The raven
to this bird.
will accept the leg with one of its claws, and it will squawk at you some more.
This is good.
You can make an insight check to see if you know what the raven's trying to tell you.
All right. Roll 1d20 plus. Wait, am I good at insight? It's like okay.
I'm decent at insight.
No.
But
But
you get
right
one
now,
day.
Jerome is the only
17.
one allowed to. You are able to. The raven appears to be trying to warn you of something. You can't tell exactly what, but the raven appears to be trying to warn you. After the raven, after it finishes squawking, it flies off towards Vallaki.
That's the city we just came from?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. The place with the happy festivals.
Beyond the windmill also appears.
Son of a gun.
Beyond the windmill is more forest, and once you're atop the hill, you can see a ring of 4 squat standing stones at the edge of the forest. There are ravens circling above the stones.
I wonder.
Like in a beckoning sort of sense, or
No,
like
just circling above the stones.
Oh, okay. I'm going to relay the information that I got from my Raven friend to my new compatriots. Well, to my other compatriots. This is my brothers in arms. I believe our little Raven friend is trying to tell us that this might not be the best place to go into.
I look towards
Just a
where it
guess.
flew off. Might actually be worth listening to.
Perhaps. Are there any windows on the ground floor?
None that you can see.
Hmm?
Yep,
None
there
that
are
you
not.
can see.
None that you can see. Okay.
And the windows on higher floors are too dusty to be able to see through.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Give me a second. Okay, so 1 3/4 pounds. Or is that just pounds of rabbit?
Yeah.
Since it's 1, but it's got like extra.
I don't know. It doesn't
is
matter.
Is it pounds or pound?
It doesn't matter.
3/4 is usually one that has a plural on it.
Okay.
Anyways, Brad, what were you gonna say?
Is there anything besides the stones underneath the circling ravens? Like, are they circling a dead body,
Nope,
or
just stones, as far as you can see
Just
from here.
stones.
As far as you can see from here, at least.
Should we just walk and investigate the stones?
Let's check the stones.
Yeah, I'll walk up to the stones.
They are it's like a circle of standing stones. They appear to be very, very old. They are moss covered, and they each bear a carving of a city, each of which is associated with a different season. There's one covered in snow, one with flowers, one with a sunburst, and one covered in leaves.
Quick question. How big are these stones? Are they like Stonehenge-sized things?
Yeah, they're described as megaliths in the book.
All right.
And there is one raven is sitting on top of the autumn stone and is pecking at something on top of the stone.
Check what the raven's pecking at.
Is it currently
It appears to be
autumn-like
pecking at
weather?
one of the pastries that you saw the old lady selling. And on the ground in the center of the stone circle is a small pile of children's teeth.
Oh dear.
Hang on.
Dear. Wait, is this on this map that we're on?
No, this doesn't have a map because nothing happens there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, except for finding a giant pile of children's
nothing that a map is necessary for happens there.
Okay.
It's gonna cover my mouth in horror.
Okay, so it was a pastry that the lady was selling?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, the pushcart lady who wanted to collect children for deaths.
You already knew she lived in this windmill.
Yes, the babushka who lives here with her two sisters.
I'm going to attempt an animal handling on this here raven.
To do what?
Something of a. Thanks for pointing it out.
Remember, ravens have long memories, so don't try to piss them off.
The raven appears to be grateful.
Yeah, thank you for showing us this. It's very important.
The raven squawks at you, and it appears to be grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would like to point out the fact that it isn't immediately trying to get away shows that it is already showing that it's definitely at least in some form domesticated. So it's.
I wish to pet the raven.
Okay. Make an animal handling check.
Good boy.
That is kind of what I did.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
20 plus 3.
The raven hops away from you when you try to pet it.
Oh, dang it. Clearly, I didn't have the right approach.
Yes.
Just your luck.
Yes.
Nothing against you, Spencer, but everything against Dragomir.
All right, what would you guys like to do?
Well,
You've been warned not to go inside.
Yeah.
So, what are some other things we can do?
You can still go inside if you want to, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
we need to find out what
could.
actually happened to those children.
Yeah. I wish there was a better way to converse with the bird, because I feel like the bird could tell us more than we know right now.
Yeah,
If
and
only we had a druid.
Druids. We don't have any druids or rangers.
Yep.
Or Path of the Totem Warrior Barbarians.
Best I've got is a pretty good handling check.
I mean, I have decent handling as well. I've got +3 wisdom.
5.
Oh, I'm
a wisdom caster.
Well.
What are we comparing?
If we're comparing wisdom, then I think we all have above +2.
I have a +1.
Oh, so you're the exception.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you'd be the worst at talking with the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Helios has +2.
Which is strange because you're like the only one out of us that has a pet.
Yeah, exactly.
I have 16 wisdom.
Hey. Oh, I thought you were about to say Helios is your pet. I was like, no, Helios is more than a pet.
I
wonder if I
mean, Jerry's more of a service animal because.
Where does it say whether the windmill is locked or not?
What?
But yeah, he's still up.
I can't find anywhere where it says if the windmill is locked or not.
Oh,
so I'm just going to say it is, because that would make sense.
Oh, well, I mean, I have plenty of tools. I've got plenty of tools to circumnavigate locked doors.
Whoa, I might be a shady person, but breaking into somebody's place, that is against my better judgment.
You do know you can. Hang on, actually, I'm gonna roll something. What would it be to know stuff about Dampiers? Religion. Okay. There it is.
Where does it have the thing where
nope,
it's like...
never mind.
The average book.
With proficiency in religion, can I give him help?
Yeah.
Sure.
We already established that I already know quite a bit, but...
Wait, you can make a check to help.
Oh, reroll?
No, you don't make a check. I don't know what I was talking about.
Oh.
So yeah,
was literally like Vladimir's trying to say something and then we'll sit.
Yeah.
And hold on, chimes in.
It was basically just going to be a quirky comment, but it depended on whether or not I actually knew it in the first place.
Okay. Oh.
Because it was
basically that like all done just comes in from the side.
You don't have to ask for permission for doors, right?
Oh yeah, not a vampire's forbidden would be something you would know. You wouldn't even need to make a check for that.
Yeah, but whether or not that actually is a thing for Dampiers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was checking.
You would know that it is not a thing for Dampiers.
Oh, so in that case. You do know you can just walk in, right?
Well, no, that's besides the purpose. If I'm going to steal from someone, I want them to know that I'm stealing from them. Doing it while they're away,
Slowly
is
pinch
bad
my
manners.
bridge of my nose.
You're confused. Be like, you shouldn't be stealing from someone, but if you were, wouldn't you want them to not know it was you?
Yeah. I slowly pinch the bridge of my nose.
No, it is called asserting dominance.
I suppose.
You want me to Eldritch Blast the door or not?
No,
Well,
If I
because
remember correctly,
first off, we could
I
knock
do
first.
recall, and I believe I do, even the fact that I am painfully sober right now. I do believe that she invited us to come here at some point.
Ah, yes.
See, we could already walk in if we wanted to, or if I wanted to.
Where does it? I know it says somewhere in here, like, the average door of Barovia has a DC whatever check to pick the lock and all that stuff. Where the frick is it?
Pick the lock. I've got like 4 different ways of smashing that door to pieces.
I know, but I need to find that thing because we have a rogue in the party that I
Yeah.
assume has
Yeah.
thieves.
I think it's funny that we're all taught that we're trying to find lock picking rules when I'm pretty sure our brand of lock picking involves a Halligan.
Well, I still need to know like the check, the DC to break
Yeah.
down the door.
Fair enough.
We can get like
that's fair.
It's probably
It's
a
just
standard
like
door.
tinker's tools.
it just feels like with this party, even if we were a party of rogues, I feel like our brand of lock picking would have been, all right, let me get my lock picking tools.
Pulls out a
Halligan.
sledgehammer. That's a sledgehammer. What do you mean, lockpicking tools?
That's a Halligan.
Or, yeah, just
What's
like
Halligan?
a hammer, just knock the hinges.
Halligan
A Halligan is
actually
like a crowbar with other stuff added on.
We
It's
talked about this a
basically a
while
Swiss
back.
Army crowbar, and it is especially useful for breaking open doors.
It's what, a crowbar, an axe, and a hammer?
Yeah.
A hammer and a pick. It was invented in the 1920s by a firefighter.
Yep, and it's one of its best known uses is it can be used to just break doors open.
Yeah. Do I have
Ooh.
ram? I don't think I have.
That looks like a nice
The
weapon.
only reason I even know about those things, because hilariously, most firefighters don't actually talk about them, except my cousin. My cousin will not shut up about Halligans. Like, he is to Halligans what I am with Metroid.
Ah.
It's that bad.
Yeah, but if we want to
back
bust
to
the door down, I've got a great pick.
Every
I've
single-
got a sledgehammer.
Anyways,
I've got a crowbar.
back to the adventure.
All right, back to the adventure.
Maddie's got Eldritch Blast. We have many ways of busting this door.
Well, no, it's not about busting the door down. Also, what is our purpose here again?
We were going to figure out what kind of shadiness is going on. We've already found a nice decent pile of red flags in the form of children teeth.
Yeah. And then
So we've already got first of all, we already had cause to break this old lady's arms, but now we're just adding more things to that list.
And is it just me, or were we
Here
suspicious
we are, finally
that this
found
might
it.
be a
Okay.
hag?
I finally found the thing.
I know-
that
The DC for breaking open doors.
Yes.
Okay, so what we're trying to say is that we're not trying to diffuse the situation. In fact, we are trying to escalate the situation very quickly.
Well, I feel like we'd have a better chance if we caught her by surprise, because I don't know what I can't even metagame this because I don't even know what to expect with this. So I'm genuinely not sure if we're even prepared for this fight.
According to the table in the book, it recommends 4th level for this place, so you should be. You probably shouldn't get killed, but I mean, you never know with gritty rules.
Oh, we're just gonna get seriously maimed.
Maybe. You never know.
All right. So okay.
Wait. First of all, what's it primarily made out of? I mean, I figure stone, but there's got to be wood inside, right?
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
it's stone at the base, and then it's wood up from there.
Okay.
It's a wooden door.
So,
it's not like some
worst case scenario, we set fire to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Wait, why don't we just do that ahead of time?
We need to
Yeah,
make
we're
sure there
going
aren't
into a burning
innocent
building.
make sure there isn't innocent children inside first.
Yep.
Good point.
I figured even you're not that much of a monster to know that.
I'm highly against killing children. It is
Good, we're on the same page then.
Then we don't have to kill you.
all right. Oh, but now
I don't have to. Great, now I don't have to kill you, flay you, and turn you into shoes.
Oh yeah.
Likewise.
The things in
Sounds like-
question are not particularly tough. You should be able to defeat them.
Okay,
If
how
you
are
choose to do
how are we opening this door?
I'm okay.
So
Since
do we
I'm
wanna
the rogue,
do we
I can
wanna
do my
kind of-
rogue thing.
Do we
Because
want to do
all
alright,
kind of a
Saves
knock on the
tools
door?
luck, and we sneak in.
I'm thinking.
Do we want to sneak in, or do we want to be invited in, have a nice conversation, and then bring on the beating implements?
I like the second option.
Yeah. Just gets nice and invited in, get nice and cozy, and then beat the hell out of her.
All right.
right.
So you want to knock on the door then?
I'm the charismatic one. I'm gonna do that. I don't trust the rest of you.
I mean,
Because you guys tried to slit her throat
Don't mind
last
me.
time.
I mean, I have a +5
Don't mind
to
me. I'm just
charisma.
gonna.
Okay,
I
I
would
guess we
hope
all have
so,
charisma.
given
But last
your
time I checked, all three of you, plus maybe the little dragon and the capybara, like tried to slit her throat the last time we met her.
Actually, no. I was the one who diffused the situation last time.
Yeah, I pointed my crossbow at her. I don't think.
was like going to, like
I was the one who-
stole.
I was the one who walked up and was like, listen, my friends would just appreciate it if you just let the little tyke go.
And what would the rest of you guys like to do, like behind Dragomir, who's knocking on the door?
I'm gonna look convincing.
I'll put him there.
I don't know if you could hear, but I took a swig of what I'm drinking.
And what's up there? Yeah, bring him there.
I would assume you would want to be.
I'll just go
Oh,
right
right.
here.
Why are you standing way in the back? Daddy.
I don't.
She's
do
the
you want
one
me to
with the
stand further
crossbow.
back?
She's the ranged in the party.
Oh,
How we're just giving.
All right, so you're going to knock on the
Spencer's
door now, Dragomir.
Knock, knock, knock.
You hear a voice from inside coming. You hear some shuffling behind the door, and then some locks disengage, and the door opens. Let me go to the dynamic lighting layer so I can remove the door, so you guys can see what's going on in there.
ooh.
Oh, look at that.
Hello,
Real quick,
little Babushka.
Before we get anything going,
right.
the ground floor has been converted into a makeshift kitchen, but the room is filthy. Baskets and old dishware are piled everywhere. Adding to the clutter is a peddler's cart, a chicken coop, a heavy wooden trunk, and a pretty wooden cabinet with flowers painted on its doors. In addition to the clucking of the chickens, you hear toads croaking. The sweet smell of the pastries blends horribly with a stench that burns your nostrils. The awful odor comes out of an open upright barrel in the center of the room. Warmth issues from a brick oven against one wall, and a crumbling staircase ascends the wall across from it. Shrieks and cackles from somewhere higher up cause the old mill to shudder. Alright.
Okay. Hello, Babushka. I believe, is this the same one or is this a different one?
It's the same old lady you saw earlier.
I believe we have made your acquaintance a couple of days ago, and we decided to take you up on your invite.
Oh, hello. You're here to buy dream pastries?
What did she call them?
Dream pastries.
Dream pastries.
Oh, they are drugs.
I
Pretty
didn't
much
know
how
about this.
Bad.
Like we joked about that before, but now that I'm given the name, I'm convinced that that's what they are now.
Pretty much, yeah, to be
Hard
honest.
drugs.
They do
Were we
special
here to-
magic things if you eat them.
Were we here to
Oh,
buy
they're
dream
edible.
pastries?
Okay.
That's hilarious.
No, we were not here to buy dream pastries. Stay on focus.
Oh, this is
Well, I
like,
mean, afterwards.
Well, yes, we would like to have some business matters. Now, may we come in?
Oh, I suppose so.
I believe she said yes already.
I suppose so. She'll step back so you can move in. It's very cramped, so you probably can't move more than like a couple
it's very
of your enemies
cramped.
in there.
I'm going to
I'm just like holding
go
mine
over here.
over. I'm just holding
And
mine
I'm
over
going
the
to-
inside so I can see the inside.
Now that you're able to get in there and able to see it a little better, you notice that small human bones are littering the floor.
Oh my gosh.
You should have just said small bones, and then like if one of us like said what kind of bones, and then you roll a check, and if it's above like a 2, it's like yeah, those are human bones.
No, they're very clearly human bones.
Yeah, hang on, but I'm gonna survival.
Okay.
Poor little bastards.
Yeah, they've been there for a while.
Are they baked into the edibles? Like some like meat pies mixed
Are
with
you
like
saying
dry-
that
Oh my
in
God,
character
is she
or out of
Soylent
character?
Green? Is she Soylent Greening these children?
This is clearly out of character because Vlad is not speaking drunkenly, and I am not speaking Slavic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was asking
that's
Maddie
what I
if she
like
was
about
speaking
doing
in
actual
character.
voices.
Yeah, I know because I don't have an accent because I can't do accents. They're shit.
Yeah, that's what I like about being able to do voices, especially.
I can do a little misfortune voice, but I'm not gonna try.
Yeah. I understand. I feel your pain.
Yeah, so yeah, I have to. Yeah.
I come. It's okay. I come from a family of like singers. They like not famous or anything. They just like to sing. So they. So of course I've got a bit of range.
So yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Well, so first, what exactly is this area to my left?
What area?
This area.
Yes.
Can you see that?
It looks like there's a chest on the map.
It's a barrel sitting on the. It's like a barrel or
it's
a
a barrel.
chest. It's decorative. It doesn't do anything.
Is there anything on top of it?
No.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead
It's a
and
decorative
make
chest.
myself comfortable and sit on top of it.
Okay. Well, if you're here to buy some of my pastries, I can sell them to you. Just a second. For 1 gold piece each.
Quick question: does it look like she's actively like cooking anything? Like, are there any like cauldrons?
Yep. There
bubbling
are
liquid
things being cooked in the oven.
in the oven?
I want to check the oven.
Smell like anything in the oven might have.
Would my earlier survival check
Is
have
the
given me
oven
anything?
screaming?
The oven is not screaming. Can you stop
Does it
talking over?
smell like-
Can you stop talking over each other, please, so that I can actually answer
I
your
was going to
questions?
say, does it smell like whatever's in the oven has any meat components?
Not really. It smells like pastries.
Okay, so maybe she's not baking them into the pastries.
Yes, but this is also a world with magic, so you know.
This is true.
I would like.
That's why I said may.
Yes, I would like to point out that if she simply knows thaumaturgy, she can remove that smell. So
This is true.
But she didn't spend the time to remove the horrid smell from the place.
Not that Vladimir knows that.
Anyways, Joey, you're stuck with your survival.
Yeah. I think I got that answered in the previous question. It was. It was basically a resounding no. I mean, I even answered it myself.
Okay.
It was probably like, even with my survival, I probably couldn't tell.
No.
Because
Tell what?
No.
There
There appear to be pastries that are being baked in the oven.
Yep. And the yeah.
They smell sweet, but they don't really smell
My
like.
blind sense cannot sense through walls,
No,
correct?
it cannot. Not that it really matters.
Yeah, I was only checking because I was wondering if I could just quietly meditate for a second and see if I could detect little tykes or something.
Is there any blood visible?
None here.
All right.
I'm gonna
None here, he said.
Oh, okay.
None Here.
I should describe the woman. She is a haggard, heavy-set old woman with a face as wrinkled as a boiled apple. She is dressed in, the clothes you'd expect for an old woman of this time period. I don't know why I said that. And a long, sharp bodkin impales her bundled-up mound of gray hair.
All right.
Can I ask her what's in the pastries? Like how to make the pastries?
Well, flour, sugar, eggs, and of course the secret ingredient.
What's the secret ingredient?
I have to know this recipe.
I can't tell you. If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
It's like children's souls or something like that.
If I told you what the secret ingredient was, dear, I'd have to kill you.
Marie, you do not ask a baker their secret recipe. It's like business 101. You don't want some other chumps on the block making the same thing for cheaper.
Okay. I was just curious.
Now then, I don't think we ever got your name, miss. Do you have one?
Yes. Out of character, I'm thinking.
Okay, all right.
She does have a name.
Hang on.
She does have a name, but if I were to give you her real name, it would give some things away. So.
Oh,
an
He's coming up with an alien.
Yeah. So, I get you. DM's calibrating.
You may call me Morgan.
Okay, give me a second. All right. People I know. This is gonna go after. Okay, this is gonna go after Milovaj, the brawny man Sam of the church, and this is gonna be.
With that insight roll that I just did, that 21, would that tell me that was crap?
Yeah, it wasn't her. It was
Babushka of the.
It was
it won't
true.
tell me her real name, obviously.
Morgan is her name, but it's not her entire name. So it is true.
Okay,
it's just not. It's just not the whole truth.
So she's telling us everything. That's very important.
Well, Morgan, it seems that you have a little bit of a. I'm going to be blunt with you. A bit of a ramshackled place is dirty. You don't seem to be well defended. How about I could offer you some services?
What kind of services?
What exactly are you offering up, Dragomir?
Protection services. You know, from everyone that comes by, we'll get a favor.
Are we starting a protection racket?
Are we trying to friggin' mafia style get a protection fee on a child eating old lady? Or is that?
Why, yes, of course. I mean, if she wants to keep up the act that she's just a friendly old lady, then it was like she has to oblige.
Well, no one really comes
Unless you're too broke to pay your fee.
Comes to the windmill that often, so we don't really feel in danger of things being protected.
But what about some days where that might happen? Is like, do you have insurance on this place? What if thunder strikes this just random windmill in the middle of nowhere?
Back then?
They didn't.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I just personally think that's really funny. He's like, you don't have insurance, and she's like, what is insurance?
It's like, what are you going to do when your mill burns down?
I suppose I'll find another place to live.
Ah, but you have so much better things to do with those delicate hands of yours.
She narrows her eyes. Are you interested in buying pastries or not?
Yeah. I wish to subtly divert the question to him back.
Make a deception check.
I'm trying to wait for you to someone investigate further. I'm trying to divert her attention.
You're trying to make a diversion, okay.
Yeah, for someone else to look through the rest of the house.
Okay.
Oh, is that what
Let me check my skills.
Let's see what my self is too.
I don't have disadvantage from heavy armor.
Oh,
right.
I have a +4. I
So
can
I'm
go.
gonna try to sneak upstairs.
23.
Failing that, have your dragon sneak.
All right, you do
Dragon's
manage to divert it quite skillfully. She gets more involved in the conversation with you about it.
We start talking about timeshare plans.
A dragon is more sneaky than I am.
Yeah, you aren't able to sneak at all, Dawn. She is able to keep an eye on you, but Helios and Marie are able to sneak quite well.
Okay, up the stairs.
She's just like, oh well, you have a good point.
All right.
Like if I'd have to build all the new tools, and I'd have to replace the pots, the pans, and
all right.
it would all just be such a big pain.
In this room, there is a nail on the wall upon which hangs a blood-stained, flour-caked apron, and there's a broom leaning against another wall. The dirt-caked windows allow very little light to enter this 8-foot-high chamber, most of which is taken up by a large millstone connected to a wooden gear shaft that rises through the ceiling in the center of the room. A stone staircase continues up toward the sound of light cackling.
Toward the sound of what?
Cackling.
Oh gosh.
So this is 3 stories, not 2.
It's 4 stories, actually.
It's 4 stories. Okay, this is a lot taller than I thought it was.
Slowly sneaking up the stairway, just sort of just going up enough to peek around and see what's upstairs where the laughter is coming from.
Yeah, because
let
he's
me make
slow enough.
just a second.
I'm just gonna be behind Helios.
Wolves. Don't forget those wolves and stuff.
Oh, boy.
Meanwhile, downstairs it's just kind of like, while we're talking about basic things to be protected from, it's like, don't forget there's wolves and stuff in the woods.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. I'm like Canthropes. Smash him out.
Dancing around a thick wooden gear shaft in the center of this cramped circular room are 2 ugly young women wearing silk shawls and gowns of stitched flesh. Long needles stick out of their tangled mops of black hair. The women cackle with glee. In a rotting wooden closet are 3 crates, stacked one atop another with small doors set into them. Next to the closet is a heap of discarded clothing. A ladder climbs to a wooden trapdoor in the 9-foot-high ceiling. A moldy bed with a tattered canopy stands nearby. One of the women doesn't seem to notice you, but the other does. She turns to face both of you. Now, what are you 2 doing up here?
Wait. Just
looking around.
Curious by nature.
Well, you'd best get back downstairs before our mother notices you're missing. She won't be happy with you being up here.
Your mother. So these 2 ladies, they look young, or they just look younger?
They're younger than
young, ugly people.
They're ugly, but they look younger than the old lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
A weird combination.
The important thing is,
still adults, or are they children?
The important thing is the timeshare plan.
The important thing is you have identified that there are no children in this tower.
Yes, but I did mention that there are crates with doors set into them in the closet.
Yeah, I'm going to ask what are in the crates.
Oh, in the closet. Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's where we keep some of our chickens sometimes.
Chicken. Are there holes in the crates?
Yes. There are breathing holes in the crates. You can make an insight check to see if you're going to fall for the
one of the holes and see what's in there.
Well, make an insight check first if you want to see if you even believe the whole chickens thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The point is if it turns out there aren't any currently living children in this place, get the hell back down here.
Oh heck!
Just tell us. Just tell us we ended up. Just tell us you needed to talk outside, and then we lock the door, burn the whole thing down.
Well, we can't lock the door because the lock is on the inside.
We could barricade the door.
We could.
Outside.
Yeah, so, all done?
But
It's a
only
check.
if they don't offer protection money.
Floor.
Because if
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot.
What's going on?
So Marie, you aren't sure whether to believe the chicken's tale or not. It seems plausible. Helios does not believe it, however. They are lying.
Okay, he walks over and he just peeks in through one of the air breathing holes. Do I see anything with dark vision?
All of us can see in the dark in some way, shape, or form, so.
really weird.
Oh, I'm outside.
Really funny.
Just a second. Just a second.
Oh, while this is all happening, I'm going to draft up like a document of sorts.
I just imagine that Dragomir's the lawyer of the group. It's like, no, wait a second. We need documentation. We need it to be all legal, like.
Yes, as it says in subsection C.
Sitting within the crate, looking rather dejected, a 5-year-old girl.
I immediately smashed the crate. Just, giant dragon hand just bam, smash down one of the side walls, busting the crate open.
Make an athletics check first of all.
D20 plus 7. Oof.
No, you're not able to break the crate. However, the latches don't look hard to unlatch, so I'm just going to say that first of all. But both the young women look at you in with a bit of anger. Now, why would you do that? It's time for everyone to roll initiative, because the old lady downstairs is also going to hear the sound of the
loud freaking knock.
What was that?
When we could have just opened the hatch.
Weren't there two more of you?
No, just the three of us. Yeah.
Now, how about taking a timeshare plane on the elemental plane?
What just happened? I was gone. I left.
Helios made a racket.
Helios tried to break a crate and alerted.
It didn't end well. Alerted.
Point out.
Alerted Morgan downstairs.
So, yeah. I mean,
let me move you guys up to the top
floor.
You
little shithead! You made too much noise.
Okay, so just point out. What was that? Wait a minute. Weren't there 3 more of you? Like, I'm gonna look into my bottle. Were there?
I look up from my document that I'm currently writing. Oh yeah, they're probably somewhere.
Such crap.
I'm just gonna point out I was clearly drinking from my flask. I'll go. Were there? Turn around.
I should mention I'm gonna run Helios on a separate initiative right now, even if you normally.
Okay. No, it's always been 2 separate initiatives.
Okay.
Or Dragon Knight.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's not a controlled mouth.
Let me roll.
So he has a 7.
Initiative for the ladies.
Yeah. Helios has a 7. Got it. Yeah.
Wait, did we name my capybara Jerry or Jim?
Jerry, common Jerry, because it's
like Jerry Smith, the idiot.
Yeah, I think you're missing an R or something.
Alrighty.
Just being slow.
The old lady the lady here, not the old lady. The lady right here is up first.
Oh, lovely. Let's see here.
You all gotta take down the.
Also, right as this happened, could Helios shout in Draconic thing like?
Yeah.
In Draconic, it says, "There's children in crates up here."
Yeah.
So the rest of you probably just hear, large, hissing sound.
How many hit points does Helios have?
Huh?
How many hit points does Helios have? 12? He falls asleep.
He has 42 hit points.
Oh no, he doesn't fall asleep. Never mind. I thought you said he had 12 hit points. No,
he has 42.
The lady tries to cast sleep, but it doesn't work.
Look at that. Oh, okay.
Well, I'd say look at that, but
I don't know what they're fighting. It's like there's a bit of a commotion upstairs.
Well. I'm going to point out. It turns out there are children locked in crates upstairs.
So that's where they went.
So now tell me, What are you doing with children locked in crates in your attic?
Well, seeing as you already know we have them here, I guess I may as well tell you. Bone powder is an ingredient in our pastries.
Like
corn powder?
Okay, just straight
Bone
up like
powder.
Minecraft bone meal.
Yeah.
What?
Bone powder is an ingredient
Bone
in our
powder is
attic.
an ingredient.
Can you explain why it couldn't have just been animal bones?
Children's bones have particular magical properties. Now, I'd suggest you all get out of here before me and my daughters kill you all.
Yes. So I'm going to say that is a no on the protection plan.
She glares at you, and if looks could kill, you would be dead about 50 times over.
Okay.
Hold on, what are you doing?
I am going to move up and pickaxe to the skull.
Okay.
Look.
Nope.
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 Your pickaxe
What
get
crap roll
just
was that?
highs or lows.
Hi.
I'm so glad
Alright.
I'm over here and
Nothing
Vladimir's
bad
over
happens.
there.
Well,
Nothing bad happens, but you do miss.
lovely.
Anything else?
Oof. Bonus action platinum protector.
Okay.
I now glow with holy light.
There you go.
Boom.
Bright light.
Scales
All
shine
right.
with iridescent light.
All right. Other character up in the top floor.
Other witch.
Other witch. Let's just call them witches for now.
Yeah.
Out of character, I'm very certain these are hags. But we don't have any evidence.
Oh
just
yeah,
one way
this
or
is
another.
like almost painfully obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Excited. She vanishes.
I wonder if there's something I can roll for that.
Oh. Oof.
Old lady.
Yep, old lady.
Old lady.
Morgan, that's her name.
She casts magic missile.
Oh, lovely.
Oh.
At one of each of you.
Oh, lovely.
Each of the three of you down there take 2 points of force damage.
Okay, alright. And that's my current total at the moment. Oh, I am offended by this.
Should I use my reaction to reduce that? Well, it's only just her.
No, it's just 2.
Yeah, but I mean, it's only her down here. Yeah, and I can only do it with the creatures that are within 5 feet. Whenever you are a creature within 5 feet. Yeah. So yeah, I'll save the reaction in case she tries to run past. So I mean, as you pointed out, it's only 2.
All right. Well, seeing that my would-be customer has decided to throw some foul magics my way, I will respond in kind, but replace magic with giant sword.
Giant
sword? What you mean, a shovel?
No, I got that weapon that I can now use because I'm 4th level.
Oh yeah, you have an Odachi. I forgot about that. Yeah, you have to move up.
Look at. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna move up.
Dragomir with a bewildered look. That sentence didn't flow at all.
This isn't flanking, is it?
Nope.
I would need to move. I would need to move to like right there.
Yeah, that would be flanking.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna roll 1d.
That sentence came out as smooth as molasses.
17 to hit.
17 to hit. We'll just barely hit. Go ahead and roll damage. You would be able to get sneak attack with that weapon because it's a finesse weapon.
Yeah. That's why I picked it. Okay.
3d4.
Yeah. So it's 3d4, but I'm trying to figure out sneak attack damage at
2d6 right now.
Let's give me a second.
Because he's 4th level, I think it's 2d6 currently.
I think it is. That sounds right.
Let's say it's 2d6. So.
Okay.
Roll damage.
Rolling damage.
Roll.
So rolling 4 plus. Actually, I'm going to save off one of those D6 to do an injury with vicious wound.
That's a con save, right?
Yes. Plus 5? Yeah, I don't add anything to that. Okay.
Yeah.
I assume your DC is less than 16.
Yeah, it's less than 16.
Okay, she passes.
Okay, that was an attempt anyways. 13 points of slashing damage.
Yep. Anything else?
I feel like that I'm supposed to be doing something with my bonus action.
If you want to.
No, I feel like in order to set up like next turn, in order to sneak attack, there's something I'm supposed to do.
If you hadn't
but I forgot
moved,
what that is.
If you hadn't moved, you could have aimed, but.
Oh, okay.
Advantage for a ranged weapon.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, I
never
forgot
mind.
that only gave you advantage for ranged weapons now.
But yeah, it's like now I got nothing else for my bonus action. I pass.
You could dodge to impose disadvantage on attack rolls against you because you're a rogue.
Yeah, I'll dodge.
Dodge is a bonus action. Okay. Marie, your turn.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast her.
Okay, that'll be a disadvantage unless you have
That's one of the
do you
things
have
I need open right now.
Don't think so.
Do you have
Whatever.
Warcaster? I know Warcaster doesn't normally do that. I'm going to say Warcaster does that.
No, I have Spell Sniper and Magic Initiate.
Okay, so it will be at disadvantage then, because you're within 5
Alright,
feet.
that's fine. Oh, whoops. Wrong one.
Nope.
Dang, have it.
Okay.
Alright, anything else?
Oh, shoot, that's what I was supposed to do.
Helios.
Okay. Okay. You know what? You know what we're gonna do? Is there a way we can move to I'm flanking this other woman with Marie?
Nope.
Oof. Small quarters.
There are only 4 tiles up there that are passable.
Oof. Well. Do I want to attack the lady or start opening boxes? Well, you know what? We're attacking the lady. He's going to try and take a bite out of this person.
All right.
20 plus 5.
Nope.
Yeah, that figured. Oof.
Okay.
Nothing in the bonus action.
All right, Vladimir.
All right. First of all, would I be able to use my bonus action or something of that nature to roll to see if I could identify what she even is?
That wouldn't be a bonus action. You can just roll it. It would be a religion
free action.
Oh, free action.
Free action.
What would it be?
Religion check.
Religion. No.
Old lady with powers.
She's a witch. That's all you know. She's a witch.
No.
A witch, or a wizard, or a sorcerer, or a warlock.
Child-eating witch. That's all I need to know.
Well, in this context, witch would be the term that you would use in like a gothic setting.
Yeah. But I also definitively know she eats children. So
yeah. Think like Hansel and Gretel kind of situation.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm just gonna roll me a.
Attack her with your whip.
Yep, roll me one of them V killer attacks.
Okay.
Actually, you said I could grapple with it, can I?
No, not yet.
Okay.
You will be able to once it becomes awakened.
Awakened.
But not yet. Because basically once it becomes awakened, the whip starts like responding to your mind.
And I only have one attack currently, that's right.
Yep.
So basically once it becomes awakened, you're able to like control the whip directly with your mind. So you're able to command the whip to coil around someone, basically.
Good. Rather than just use physics to do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is how you can grapple things with it.
Yep.
Because otherwise it would be annoying, sure, but it wouldn't really grapple something.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll just barely hit. Would you like to smite?
Let me double check how many smites I got.
You should have 3 right now, I want to say. It's however many first level spell slots you have.
Yes.
Yeah, 3 firsts. And then when we level up, you'll get a 4th first and 2 seconds.
You wish to smite the evil Vladimir.
You wish to smite.
Yep.
All right,
I'm going to use...
You do get the extra D8.
Ooh.
Okay, so it's a D8, and...
no, it's you get the extra
D8.
so it's 3D8.
You get the extra D8, so it's 3D8 in addition to your whip damage.
It is a foul witch. It must burn.
It is a fiend. It is a fiend.
Begone, foul demons.
Not a demon, but a fiend.
Well, I was just saying, demons in general, like demons, devils, fiends, those words in modern English are kind of...
You said it was 1d8 additional, right?
No, 3d8
you get the extra d8 from the fiend creature type.
Okay, so it's like your base damage.
I'm not doing all my smites.
No.
You can only do 1.
Smite does 2d8 damage, and you get a bonus d8 if the creature type of whatever you're smiting is fiend or undead.
And this one is a fiend, so you get the bonus d8.
So you do normal whip damage plus 3d8 smite damage for a first level smite.
Okay, give me a minute. My dog wants to eat.
So it is 3d8 right now.
Yes, it is 3d8, but only because this this particular monster is a fiend creature type.
Yes.
Otherwise, it would be 2d8.
So basically, I was just like, well, time to give it the old paladin. Boom.
All right.
And then go.
Damage.
Yep. And then and kind of look surprised and go, oh, bloody hell, whatever it is a fiend.
She recoils from the flash of light. Let me just see something real quick.
Oh, bloody hell, you're on or a 30. Bloody hell, you're a fiend.
She does remain in this form though.
Okay. Oof, wait, I could probably point it that direction.
Yeah. Anything else, Vladimir?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Old lady, not old lady. Ugly lady that is still visible. She is. Let's see here. How many hit points do you have, Maddie?
I have 35.
Okay.
Sleep powder.
Yeah, go to sleep.
Yeah, she's going to try to cast sleep on you.
Sleep powder.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work. I'm gonna
It is not going to
give her a
work.
stinker.
She rolled 21 on it. It's not going to do anything. You feel a little woozy, but you don't fall asleep.
Oh boy.
All done.
Okay. There is a way I can angle a 15-foot cone to not hit Dragomir, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It's called entirely at the staircase.
I am going to breathe radiant light on this woman.
Okay.
Constitution save.
By the power of the sun.
As you have
13.
discovered by Vladimir's ineptitude that she is something unsightly to the light.
I assume a 13 fails because we're at high stats.
Yep, I have a 20 Constitution, so I have 15 save DC. 2d6. Do I add anything to that? No, I do not. It's just 2d6. Oh. Mediocre damage, 5 radiant.
You're using the Greater Dragonborn, right?
Yeah, I am using Greater Dragonborn.
Okay, just making sure.
I had to double check, but yeah, Greater Dragonborn is 2d6.
All right.
That's slightly below average.
Yeah. The UA Draconic options is 2d8, but even still, 5 radiant damage. No. Wait, is that an action or a bonus action? I think that's an action.
Yeah, it's an action.
Yeah. No, nothing else.
All right.
Because I can't bonus action really do much of anything.
Actually, just a sec.
Let's see.
Just a sec.
This is Morgan's turn.
It is not Morgan's turn.
I've used that once, and I've got 4 more uses.
Whose turn is it?
Just a sec.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's not gonna work.
I've used the, yeah, okay. Yeah. 5 radiant damage. And you two just see me as like, you know.
Okay, yeah, it is
breathe
Morgan,
light.
Morgan's turn now.
Oh, right.
Yeah, just breathe light on her, and she's like, ah!
Taste the power of the sun. Sunny D.
Vladimir, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oof.
Vladimir.
Vladimir.
There we go.
Vladimir.
Alright, that does not pass. So you are afflicted by a enfeeblement spell. It's not technically it's technically Ray of Enfeeblement, but I don't, because these characters can kind of break the rules of magic. I'm just going to say it's a regular roll. It's just a con save. You have not disadvantage. You will only deal half damage with any strength-based weapon attacks.
Oh.
So when you attack with your whip, you'll only deal half damage.
Oh, bloody hell.
You can make a con save at the end of your turn to attempt to end the spell on yourself.
Is Ray of Enfeeblement a spell she has to focus on?
Yes, it is a concentration spell.
Oh!
If you'd be so kind.
Do high damage,
Dragomir.
High damage.
All right.
High damage.
Big numbers.
Big numbers.
I'm going to attempt to do the same thing, but instead of that injury, we're going to go with a throat slam.
Okay, what does that
So
do?
that she's going to have... Okay, so basically... All right. Let me see where it is. Okay, so... throat slam, you attempt to crush a creature's windpipe, forcing it to make a con saving throw. On a failed save until the start of my next turn, the target's next saving throw to maintain concentration is made with disadvantage and can only speak alteringly.
And I assume also can't cast spells with a verbal component.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and roll the hit first of all.
Well, I mean, okay. If the spell is like has any speaking components, yeah, they can't cast. Yeah, verbal components. Okay, so 1d20 plus 7, and then again, crap.
Wow. Let's change that, shall we?
Wait, lucky.
Oh, you have lucky. Okay, go ahead and roll again. Only once.
All right.
Go ahead and roll again.
Only once.
Yes, that will hit.
23.
Hey!
Alright, she will make a con save. She will get a 14. What's the DC on that?
It's 15.
Alright, so she fails. So go ahead and roll damage.
All right, so rolling. That's going to take off 1d6 from the roll, so it's going to be rolling 1d6 plus 3d4 plus 5. 11 points of slashing damage.
So it'll be a DC 10 con save at disadvantage.
Wow, we are rolling a lot.
She still managed a 19 with a DC with disadvantage. So
we are rolling.
I tried, boys.
Jeez.
We're rolling a lot of ones.
She hacks and coughs a lot, but she doesn't. She maintains concentration. Marie.
Alright, I think I'm going to let Helios take care of that witch, and I'm just going to open the crates.
Okay.
Okay.
You open one of the. You can do that. You can open a crate as an action.
A crate? Yeah, I'm just going to open one crate.
All right.
How many crates are there up there?
There are 3 crates, 2 of which have anything in them.
Okay.
You open the crate. I'll say you open the crate with the girl in it first. She is cowering in the back of the crate.
Yeah, we're trying to get you out of here.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm alright.
Wait, aren't you guys like in the middle of a fight up there?
Are you
Yeah. But I mean,
Danger, danger!
well, to be fair, a
Nobody but
dragon normally
strangers here, so
back the
She
crate.
glances
So, I mean,
at the still existing witch and at the dragon, and shakes her head.
Okay.
Right.
We'll leave you in here until everything's over.
I just realized.
Anything else for
do
your
not.
turn?
I was thinking about doing something, but don't have that.
Crying
Probably
is
just
a free.
close the door.
Crying is a free action. That's a running joke in my AF group that crying is a free action.
Oh.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in my group, in my other group, in the other group, clenching is a free action.
Like clenching
Your jaw, I would assume.
the butthole?
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
When you get like that close, to being hit by something, yeah,
clenching of the cheeks.
All right, Helios.
Clench a lot of stuff.
Well.
Clenching is a free action. Unclenching, however, is not.
Roll to see if you cry, and if so, how much.
How many free?
What is this, fatal?
Like, crying is a free action, and then the little girl. How many free actions do I have?
Well, that's when you'd be like, but if you do more than 3 times, you must take the action to sob.
Sob hysterically.
You know what? We're gonna try and bite again. D20 plus 5. Enter.
Yes.
Hey! Well, here we go. 1d6 plus 1d6 plus 3.
All right, hold up.
And 3 of that is radiant.
Okay.
If that makes a
Are
difference.
Helios' attacks magical?
Not yet.
Okay.
So 6 piercing, 3 radiant.
Okay. Because they're resistant to non-magical damage.
Yeah, no, that's level 6.
Speaking of which, is
Or level 5, one of those two.
Aldan's pickaxe, is it silvered?
Not yet.
Okay.
Because we didn't get around to doing that, I don't believe.
So yeah. I know the vampire killer is silvered, but I don't know if your pick is silvered.
I mean,
and I
isn't
forgot
that also a magic weapon?
I forgot that your Odachi probably isn't silvered.
Yeah, it's not.
So I've been forgetting to have the damage from it. Anyways, Vladimir, it's your turn.
Let me feebly fling an attack at this lady.
That will hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
I'm not going to smite this round.
Okay.
That was the old lady that the 3 of us are fighting. Look.
Bloodied.
Oh, lovely. Wow.
3 damage.
Wait, isn't that that's Vladimir? So that's the vampire killer.
Yeah, I know. She does, however, fail her concentration saving throw, so you are no longer affected by
that's why.
The windmill. Oh my goodness, the windmill is mostly wood.
Are you going to try and burn yet another building while we're still in it, Maddie?
Just, I would like to point out, at least get the children out of here first. I don't want
dead kids on my conscience. I know.
All right.
Anything else, Vladimir?
Not at this moment.
Okay. The lady upstairs. Helios, make a con save.
A con save. Oh.
A D4.
Okay. Nothing. Continue.
Wow. D20 plus 6. Oof.
You are enfeebled.
Oof.
At least it wasn't me.
All done.
Okay, now the question is, do I swing the giant pickaxe, or do I just breathe more radiant energy on this one?
I don't know. Up to you.
That is the question.
And you breathe more radiant energy?
I can do it 4 more times.
I would like to buy a vowel.
Do more of that. Do more of that radiant energy burning because she didn't seem to like that.
You know what? This is a good plan.
Yeah,
I breathe more radiant light from my throat.
And best part is it's not strength, so being
actually, that was Helios. That was Helios.
15 will just barely pass, so roll damage and it'll be halved.
Yeah, and then it'll be half. 15 is the DC. 2d6. Ooh, max damage.
Not bad.
That's 6 radiant.
Anything else?
I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Okay, it is her turn now. Really wish these guys were a little more interesting. These guys' spell list is very small. And it really only matters at all if like you're very low level, because sleep doesn't really work against a higher level character.
No, you just out-tank it. Even wizards out-tank it.
I didn't realize that was a spell.
What, sleep?
Sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you roll 5d8 and you can put things to sleep with it.
Yeah, and most of the campaigns I've played in was usually level 5 or above.
I think it works better for players because they can upcast it a lot, and B, the things you'd be fighting when you would be using sleep instead of the more powerful higher level spells or against, low health monsters.
Like a horde of goblins with 8 health each.
Here, this lady's the boss, so let's do things a little more interesting.
Which one? The one in the attic?
The one that you're fighting is the boss, so let's make things a little more interesting.
Oh.
Wait, the one in the attic's the boss?
The one that on the ground floor is the boss.
You know the one
I was fighting as opposed to the 2 of us.
I figured because I thought I misheard that, and I was like, that doesn't sound right at all.
Yeah, the one that the 3 big guys are fighting.
One is taken a while to die.
That's because you got enfeebled and the other 2 of us don't have magic weapons.
I roll a lot of 1s, but then again, it's multiple.
I mean, to be fair, I think a lot of things would have taken a while to die with how many rolls 1s were rolling. We seem to have angered Gary Gygax.
Yeah, I missed the first attack, and then Spencer's rolling a lot of 1s for damage. You got enfeebled.
I also.
That being said, you did do decent damage with that smite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
my smite counterbalanced a lot of the 1s I rolled, but that didn't change the fact that I rolled a bunch of 1s.
Yeah, your whip did a 1 plus strength. I think your smite had a 1, a min, a max, and a medium.
I'm just deciding what to do here because
fair enough.
Of reasons.
Okay, so
what would Morgan do in this situation? She is being assaulted by 3 men. Oh gosh, that sounds a lot
worse than it is.
Yeah.
A lot worse.
Yeah.
That's when this old lady goes, "Oh, that's a very good point. Help, police!"
We're at a windmill in the middle of nowhere. There's no one coming.
What kind of law enforcement would immediately 8 officers come in and pull us out of the building? And we're just like, son of a gun, they're actually here.
They were on a patrol from Vallaki.
See, that's when my dragon points out they were keeping children in boxes in the attic to crush into bone.
She mutters a curse and stabs a finger into her palm. All 3 of you down in the bottom floor need to make a con save.
A con save? I'm
right.
very good at those. By very good, I mean it's like +7.
Okay, so con save, my constitution is
Oh,
so
that's gonna hurt.
At least I didn't nat 1.
plus.
F in the chat, boys, for Vladimir.
I spelled it wrong.
God shits in my dinner once again. All right, let's see what flavor it
You all
is.
fail.
Lucky.
Okay, roll again.
No.
Not any better.
So before when I tell you guys this, let me know if this takes any of you below 3/4 hit points.
3/4, okay.
Everyone but Dragomir and Aldan, you both take 27 necrotic damage.
27, yeah, it's like I'm at
that's
half.
gonna do that.
Okay, half. And Dragomir?
Definitely below that.
Below 3/4?
Yeah.
Okay.
It-
Vladimir, this
specifically,
is
I'm at-
really gonna hurt.
All right.
You're probably gonna be knocked to 0 hit points.
Okay.
Injury.
You take 65 necrotic damage.
Yep.
You can take an injury and drop to 1 hit point. You will take an injury regardless, but you can take another injury and drop to 1 instead of,
We'll go
0.
with 1 injury for now, because that's not enough to outright kill me. Yeah. You'd have to do 3 more damage for that.
Oh jeez. It wouldn't outright kill you anyways. It would just drop you to 0 hit points, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This isn't one of those spells that kills you instantly if you drop to 0.
What is
No. It's like, what was it? Because I believe that you die instantly if it deals like your entire life.
Yeah, if it deals double your max HP.
That was 3 more points.
It would have been double your max HP?
Yes.
Your HP is that low?
I have 33 hit points.
Yeah, so
I am a rogue. My die is a D8.
So you don't
What's
have
your
to
constitution?
So you would have had to take
16.
66 damage, not 27 damage.
Right. But you said, this deals.
For Vladimir. Vladimir's the one who had to crit fail.
Yeah, Vladimir's the only one who crit failed.
Oh, I thought you said me. Okay.
No.
All right.
No.
Wait.
Yeah, Vladimir, do you want to
look at the rolls again and tell me who crit failed?
Vladimir, do you want to take a second injury and drop to 1 hit point instead of 0?
Well, yeah.
Oh wait, I am reducing. Who should I reduce by 1d6 plus half my level? Who should I do that to?
If you do that, it's I will definitely be not 3/4, so I wouldn't get an injury.
Well, you don't get an injury at 3/4 either.
You get an injury at 3/4. You get an injury at 3/4 and at 0.
Because your Gritty rules, combat rules, it just says bruised when you lose 1/4 of your max HP. You are bruised. You appear a little worse for wear, but suffer no adverse effects.
No, when you drop below. Oh, are either of you below 1/4 HP? Is what I meant to say.
Yeah. It's like if you do that, I will probably be above 1/4. So.
Oh, you're below 1/4. Yeah, I'll reduce. I'll do that for you.
Okay.
Roll it.
1 second.
Please don't be a 1.
E6
for once.
2. 5. You reduce that by 7.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that definitely puts me above that threshold. There we go.
So when you lose 3/4 of your health.
So hang on, I need to look. I'm looking at the rules.
You can, when you drop to 0 hit points, you can choose to take an additional injury and not drop to 0 hit points, but instead drop to 1 hit point.
What kind of attack was this? Necrotic? There it is.
Necrotic damage. And I roll for what injury you get, by the way.
I kind of hope it's spiritual, if only because it's like can't get any worse.
Yeah. So what would you get? Would you like to do that, or would you not like to do that?
Hang on, I'm reading them.
I'll let you know what you get. You don't need to read all of them.
Yeah, but I'm reading all of them to weigh pros and cons.
Okay.
All right. I can't wait to inflict some blunt force trauma via silver bar.
Oh my god.
You don't think it's a bar and bunk?
I'm gonna knock out some teeth.
You not realize that
radiant injury.
This was Finger of Death, by the way, is the spell that she used.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh gosh.
Basically, the necrotic version of Fireball.
Yeah, okay. And I would just like to point out that with the exception of maybe 2 of them, the rest of them are almost exclusively designed for screwing over my character.
That was not my intention.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I just read through all of them and I'm like, wow. 2 of them are basically useless and the rest of them would pretty much destroy me. Okay. So what happens if I just take the full damage?
If you take the full damage and drop to 0 hit points, you take 1 injury. You can choose to drop to 1 hit point, but you will take an additional injury.
Do you want to stay up or no? Is the question.
And she was bloodied last we checked, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm just gonna have to trust you guys won't let me rot here.
Okay.
Good night.
That being said, I rolled really low. Would you like to add your Constitution modifier to the injury roll?
But what kind of low roll are we talking at?
Rolling on the table.
If it's a low roll, you're more screwed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can burn your reaction to make it less screwed.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on.
Dragomir, are you proficient in medicine?
All right. What?
Let me double check.
Okay. So what do I add to it?
Constitution modifier.
That would be a no. I might be proficient with a number of things, but that is not one of them.
Okay, what is your con mod?
Oh, 4.
4?
Yeah, 4.
Okay, this one's not... You actually got really lucky here. You got the one that, is the least bad. You now smell like rotting flesh. You have disadvantage on all persuasion checks.
I already smell awful.
You will now have disadvantage on all persuasion checks. It's the necrotic stench is the one you got. I rolled a 4.
So you would have had organ necrosis.
Major organ necrosis.
Yeah. DC 15 con save.
Every time you try to take an action.
Oh.
2 dead brothers.
And on a failed save, you just don't take an action, and you can't take reaction until the start of your next turn.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, I'm just gonna have to trust you guys won't leave me here to die.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Almost immediately killed the paladin.
Yeah. Dragomir, your turn.
All right. Once again, time to inflict some blunt force trauma. This is because I've been tipped off that maybe this thing is resistant to the weapon I've been using. It would be much more efficient because then my sneak attack damage plus my just +5 to the thing won't be halved. I'm going to switch from long sword and go to my back pocket and take out just a bar of just straight up silver
and smack her across the face with it.
Yeah, I was thinking more towards the mouth, maybe knock out some teeth.
Okay, make an attack roll, and you are proficient with improvised weapons because you're a ruffian.
Yes.
You know
it's
what
15.
You should do?
Yeah, 15.
15? Nope.
Oh, okay. Oof. Do I want to burn my last? Our friend is dying on the floor. I'm going to burn that last one. 21.
Yes, that will hit.
Okay.
Anything special?
My scarf can't help me anymore. No, I think we're not trying to inflict any more injuries. This person took out my compatriot I mean, he might be like drunk most of the time.
How dare
but I
you
still
hurt
want him alive.
like I just kind of picture you're like you scream out, "How dare you hurt my brother!" What? Damn it!
I should mention, Vladimir, because of the on death's door rule, you are still conscious. You are prone. You can only use your action to make a single weapon attack at disadvantage.
Okay,
Oh.
It's like on the floor waving your
more ones.
You are on death's door right now, so you can use your reaction. You can use your entire action. You can use your entire turn to make a single weapon attack at disadvantage because you're prone.
Yeah,
I deal 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
With my silvered weapon.
With your silver bar.
How does that affect what was it? My death saves.
You'll still make your death saves at the end of your turn.
Okay.
And if you have more fails than successes, you lose consciousness.
Yep.
Maddie.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just gonna shoot her with Eldritch Blast again.
I should mention you would have felt the like explosion of necrotic energy, but it didn't do any damage to you.
Okay.
That's a great disturbance in the force.
Well, back to what I was doing.
Oh my gosh, I hate everything.
Okay.
It's a D10.
You need to roll to see if you hit first. At disadvantage because you're within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Roll again to see if you get a nat 20, though.
Okay. I doubt it.
Nope.
No.
That's the D10. That's the D10.
You keep rolling D10.
Oh, heck,
Oh, yeah.
I am so
You do keep rolling
sorry.
D10.
Oh my gosh, I hate everything. Roll D20 plus 7.
Roll again.
Disadvantage. So roll a second.
I know.
That will hit. Now you roll damage.
Okay.
Now you can have the D10.
Yes, I know.
All right. Anything special with your Eldritch Blasts?
Whoa.
What are your invocations?
Invocations? I'm running on one brain cell right now.
What warlike invocations did you pick?
Invocation?
I know you have Agonizing Blast. Do you have like Repelling Blast or Grasp of Hadar or anything like that?
Oh, just Agonizing Blast and Repelling Blast, both of those.
Okay. Would you like to push her back?
Ooh, if I push her back,
She goes out the window.
fall? Let's do that.
All right. She goes 10 feet backwards out the window, and falls, taking a bunch of bludgeoning damage. And I'm going to say that she did not die.
Oof.
I'm going to say that bludgeoning damage is magical because it's
a basic law of physics.
Yeah.
One force trauma.
She landed right there, by the way, outside the door.
Right.
Okay. I can see her.
I could too if I wasn't trying to.
Anything else, Maddie?
Okay.
No, I can't really.
Sleep tight, my sweet prince.
Okay.
Okay. How far is it down to climb all the way down the stairs to get to like here, basically?
That would be all your movement, pretty much.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna walk down the stairs rather speedily. And
please pick up the base.
Sleep proficient in medicine. He is not. So
Dragon medic
is not proficient in medicine.
Okay.
So we're just gonna make a normal claw attack.
At advantage because you are flanking, but you will
Yeah,
have
D20 plus 5.
Oh wait, it was the one that fell out the window that did that. So I need to have her make a concentration.
Say that again. You're cutting in and out.
Even though she fell out the window, she maintained concentration.
What?
Okay.
Damn.
20. That's called dedication.
I can barely keep concentration on what I'm thinking right now.
Nope.
Let alone if I fell out a damn window.
No.
Vladimir. Make your attack
Make a
roll.
save.
At advantage.
Oh. What? At advantage?
At disadvantage, I mean, not at advantage.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I'm gonna make something clear. I'm kind of dying.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is that maybe instead of a full-fledged attack, I just kind of do what I can to.
Wait. You can take an action, right?
Yeah. What I'm thinking.
He can only
Use
take
your
his action
lay
to
on
attack.
hand.
He can't do lay on hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
I was like, if you could just do an action, you could do lay on hands.
Yeah.
Nope.
I was fucking taking. I forgot you used your healer.
What I was thinking was I was just gonna try to throw my whip, or not throw it, obviously, but throw out my whip so that it lands in a way that it just kind of wraps around her.
So it trips.
Doesn't. Not really trips, but at the very least, it like maybe wraps around an arm or her neck or something. Just the point is that the silver
inconvenience her.
Okay.
The point is that the silver's touching her.
Okay.
Because
make an attack roll still.
Yeah, because obviously that if that doesn't work. Holy crap!
At disadvantage.
Oh yeah, disadvantage. Never mind.
Make a highs or lows.
Highs or lows? Let's go with lows.
Nothing bad happens. But
because we've been rolling
now make it
all
at
day.
And roll it as a /gr instead of a /roll, so that only you and I can
/dr.
GR.
So Spencer, Maddie, and I don't know what you got for your death save.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would we know if he got a pass or a fail?
Nope.
I mean, we'll know after 3 turns.
I mean, you'll know if he falls unconscious and you fail.
Save. It's been a long time since I've made a death save. That's
Constitution
straight
save,
D20, right?
D20.
I made one too many last campaign.
The DC is actually higher in this campaign. All right. Yep, you fall. Actually, I guess you would know if he passes or fails. He falls unconscious because he failed.
Pretty bad.
The DC is actually higher in gritty rules. It's DC 12 unaided now.
All right. So instead of 50-50, it's more like a 60-40.
You just saw him pathetically fling his whip at her.
60-40 of failing.
And just,
yeah.
All right.
60 failing.
Oh,
40
this is gonna be fun.
Lady up top. Oh no, the lady that fell out the window.
Wait, I thought one of them disappeared.
Yeah, one of them disappeared. The lady that fell out the window. It's still her turn. It's her.
Okay.
Turn. What is she gonna do?
What's she concentrating on with those special
She's concentrating on enfeeblement on Helios.
Oh, okay.
She's just gonna move around this side.
Oh, at the end of Helios' turn, doesn't he get to repeat the save?
Yes, he does. Make a con save.
Sharky 20 plus. I think it's 6 for him. Helios. Come on. Yes, it is plus 6. Not 20.
Yep. No more of that. Oh, and you get a card.
Oh, the cards.
I forgot we had cards.
What card do I get?
Why can't I see them?
Come on.
Wonder how many I'm gonna hoard this time.
Like 2.
If I get any.
An advantage.
I mean, at this rate.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Whose turn is it?
Yours.
Oh, how convenient. How's she looking?
She is not looking very well.
Okay. So do I try to stabilize Vladimir so he doesn't die? Or do I radiant breath?
I don't know.
We gotta kill her as fast as freaking possible.
You know what? I'm gonna make a proficient medicine check. That's an action, right? Make a proficient medicine check for dying creature.
Do you have a healer's kit though?
I do, actually.
That
One
would
with
also,
20 use?
Oh wait, no. That would count as a proficient medicine check if you were to use a healer's kit.
Okay. And without the healer's kit, just being proficient in medicine.
Yep.
I'm just curious.
Yep, that would just be a check. You just don't have to make the check if you have a healer's kit.
I'll use one use of my healer's kit.
Okay.
And I am proficient in the medicine.
Yes. So, Vladimir, your next saving throw will be a DC 6. Because of your con.
A DC 6.
Your next death save will be DC 6.
And no mods?
No mobs.
Nope.
Got it.
Oh, wait, no. Your future death saves will be a DC 6. Not just your next one. Because Aldan helped to stabilize you.
Yeah. All right, good.
If I rolled a medicine check with the healer's kit, would that be able to fully stabilize?
That would count as a double proficient, and if you rolled high enough, it would fully stabilize. Make the check.
D20 plus 5. Yes. Nope.
It just I won't penalize you for it, but no.
Okay, all right.
Okay, I'm going to do something about all these net ones.
So Aldan's just like just starts taking out the bandages, puts it like on the one good arm. It's not working.
I'm not gonna penalize you for the low check, but
all right.
It is the old lady's turn. She cackles, looking at Vladimir's unconsciousness, and then she vanishes.
Opportunity attacks?
Nope.
Lovely.
I didn't crush her windpipe this turn.
You can make an Arcana check to see if you know what happened.
Oh, lovely.
Am I good at that? I think I'm good at that. I am good at that.
Nope.
Rolling.
That is Helios's. I know it's not that great. It's -2. Yeah, no.
Plus 3, 4, 5.
Mine's +4.
Wait. I just okay. There we go. Oh, I did it wrong anyways. Okay. Shoot.
Lots of minuses on the
roll.
Lots of minuses on the fudge rolling.
That will do it. She just vanished onto the ethereal plane.
Oh,
I believe she transported herself to the shadow realm.
It is your turn now, Charmir.
Okay. All right.
Is Maddie unconscious?
No, Maddie's not unconscious. She's just upstairs.
Shoot. Oh, I can't see it because my
there's no hostiles in the area, is there?
None that you can see.
So
we need to.
I heard a thud from outside, right?
There was one that fell off the side and then moved around the side of the. As far as you tell, she moved around to the side of the windmill.
Okay. Well, I don't have time for this.
Maddie should get the couple of children out from the top, and then we should.
All done. You're doing a terrible job.
I stabilized. I assisted with the healer's kit.
I take his healer's kit and attempt to use it.
All right, make a medicine check.
All right, rolling.
Yeah, at least I'm proficient with medicine. I just rolled badly. I'm a dragonborn, Megan. I'm not used to working on humans.
I keep putting rolling instead of roll. I give myself extra work.
Damn it, I'm a fighter, not a healer.
No, you. Here, I'll flush it.
Oof.
Apparently, my flushing was not sufficient enough.
I just rolled 1,000 d-fudge, so yeah, that should flush it.
Oh, wow.
That's usually what I'll do, is I'll roll 1,000 d-fudge.
That's a very good way of flushing all this bad luck.
Dragomir goes up, it's like, here, let me do it. And then puts it, and then continues putting gauze on the same place that you put it.
Marie, it's your turn.
I should mark down.
No. With a roll like that, you were basically like, you're not doing it right. You need to do it like movie, you see. You need to hang on.
We need to do it like the Russians, and then you just smack him a few times.
Hang on a second.
You should be good in 24 hours.
You grab the news and just beat him with it. Wait,
Dragomir produces a bill.
No interference. You can't hear me, right? No interference.
No interference.
I can hear you.
Pretty hard on my USB.
I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, I was just checking because my I was trying to push back my chair and my cord got tangled around my chair somehow, so I yanked really hard on my USB port. I was worried. Okay. But yeah, I was just picturing that Vladimir is like, or Dragomir was like, this is how you do it, and tears off his sleeve, wraps it around my arm, and it's like, see, he should be getting up any minute now.
Meanwhile, I'm
just.
Okay. I'm gonna try with the kid again.
Okay. Persuasion check.
While she's doing that, did that use another use of the healer's kit?
No.
Okay. I just didn't know if I needed to mark that down or not.
Please work, please, please, please. Please.
Alright, she agrees to come with you.
Okay.
You should check to see if there's any other children in boxes.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the girl's hand and check the others.
Can I check the others?
Just a sec.
Okie dokie.
Yes. One of the others has a young boy in it. The other is empty.
All right. Can I open that one?
Yes.
And.
Yeah.
Okay. Does the kid come willingly? Seeing
you'll
the
have
other
to make
kid.
a persuasion check.
All right. Another persuasion.
Would that be with advantage because she already has one kid with her?
Sure.
Yeah. To show that she's somewhat trustworthy if she can trust also.
The other girl?
Yes, he will come with you as well.
Oh, okay.
They are non-combatants, so I won't even put them on the battle map.
All right. I'm gonna pick one of them up and hold the other one by their hand.
Okay.
And lead them down.
All right. Yep. You would be able to get all the way down the stairs in this turn.
All right. Cool.
And
you see the mess that has befallen you.
Witness the chaos.
I just look down at Vladimir. It's like, did he drink too much again?
Unfortunately, no. This is much more serious.
Oh.
he died.
Bring your mini down.
Oh. Good riddance.
Wow. Wow.
Helios.
Sorry, Joey.
It is Helios' turn now.
Okay. Okay. It is. They all left, so he's going to exit the building.
Okay.
So what is his movement? So that's 10. Obviously, I think he has. 1 second. So I go. So he has speed of 20. Okay, perception. But Discord notifications getting in the way. /R D20 plus 7. It's thinking of it.
Nope.
Why so many ones today?
I wasn't paying attention. I was reading something else.
Let's see.
You can't really blame me. I'm down.
Also, yeah.
And you can't get up.
How to do
5,
I'm trying to learn how to do something
15, another 5 feet past that, exiting the building.
Okay.
But your map is tiny.
Yeah. Vladimir, make a death save.
So DC 8.
Death save. Me.
Yep.
Red Paladin is about to die.
You just barely pass. It was a DC 6, and you just barely passed. You are still unconscious because you have an equal amount of fails and successes. Aldon notices, not Aldon, Helios notices that one of the witches is hiding in a bush around the side of the windmill when she casts magic missile on him.
Oh, joy. I have magic missiles that one that auto hits.
Yep. He takes 11 points of force damage.
11. Chi-chi.
Aldon, your turn.
Let's see here. I pick up Vladimir's unconscious body and carry the two of us out of the building.
Okay. I won't even need you to make a check for that. So yeah, move your mini and I'll move Vladimir's mini.
Yeah.
Wait, but there's danger outside.
That's the wrong
one. Move to there. Oh, but if we exit the building, then we can burn the building down. Let's see here.
That is true.
Oh, because I'm on the wrong layer.
Let's see here.
I'm on the GM layer.
And then I'll try to make another medicine check to fully stabilize.
Okay.
Wait, what's the point of the burning? Oh, yeah. We should have looted the place first. Wait, we can still do that.
If you want to get some edibles, I mean.
Nope. That will be another use of your medicine kit.
Oh my freaking gosh!
Are we seriously going to lose the paladin this way?
No, you're not.
Our half healer. The party's only healer.
Vladimir.
All right. I can hear
It's not your
noises
turn yet.
coming. You said Dragomir.
I did not.
Oh yeah, you said Vladimir. Okay, all right. But it's on my turn thing, so I thought you meant me. Okay.
Sorry, what's happening?
I don't need you to do anything.
You know what?
I don't need Vladimir to do anything.
Okay.
Dragomir, your turn.
Oh, okay. All right then. You said there's a chicken coop down here, right?
Yep.
Are there chickens in it?
Yes. There are.
As an action.
There are 4 chickens in it.
Bite. All right. Can I take a chicken, bite its neck to restore some of my health?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do exactly that.
All right.
For the kids?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna make you roll a attack roll or anything for that. You will regain however much health
All
it
right,
says.
I forgot if it's a. I forget. Okay, I know it's plus my mod, but I don't know if it's like a D4 or a D6. That's the one thing I'm figuring out. Okay, all right. Beer, biter, vampiric bite. Okay, D4 piercing damage. Okay,
D6.
While you are. Oh, okay. So rolling 1d6 plus 5. 10 hit points.
Yep, you regain 10 hit points, or gain 10 HP, or whatever it does.
That's like almost a third of my HP right there. Okay. I'm probably horrified the other chickens. The kids now know that I'm some kind of monster, but that's besides the point. I'm going to spend my movement outside with everyone else.
Okay.
Hey guys, what's up?
I should mention, by the way, Vladimir, you begin to have terrible nightmares in your unconsciousness.
Hallucinations?
What kind of nightmares? Give me deets.
We gotta give him the dream pastries.
Yeah.
Stuff into his unconscious mouth.
You have a nightmare. You are kneeling before a figure. It's really shadowy. You can't quite tell who the figure is, and the vampire killer is broken. Just a feeling of hopelessness and yeah.
I thought for a second that was gonna go a completely different way. Just like, yes, of course, I'd do anything for you, my one true love. And the hooded figure reveals himself as Dragomir.
Marie.
Bro, I ship it.
And it just shows, and Vladimir is just like,
Marie, your turn.
Why are you freaking out?
Quietly crying to himself.
Okay, I'm just gonna scooch over here with the kiddos.
That's not outside. If you intend to go outside.
Yeah, let's go there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Can't really do much else with the kiddos.
Yeah. Helios?
I'll just be the mom.
How's that one that's in the bush looking?
About blooded, almost.
Oh, he didn't repeat the save for the enfeeblement last turn.
Yeah, he didn't. Reroll it.
20 plus.
Wait, I thought you got a nat 20 on that roll.
Oh yeah, he did. No,
I did. That's right. That's
he
right.
passed.
That's
That's
right.
like the one nat 20. That's how you have the card.
Yeah. Let's go at let's see here. So we're doing help these days as you have to be proficient in the skill, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that would not work. Okay, you know what? Yeah.
What's the deal with the one in the bushes?
She cast magic
Just
missile at
walk
Helios.
up.
It's hitting us.
We'll just walk up and use our last special attack.
Okay.
Which is a bite. 20 plus 5.
Yes.
Yay! D6 plus D6 plus 3. Wow. 8 piercing, 1 radiant.
Okay.
Oof.
Truly
Anything
a
else from
sad
Helios?
day for the Imperium man.
No.
All right, Vladimir, make a death save.
Because I don't want to risk opportunity attacks.
Okay, there we go.
Death
all
save.
right.
You fail. 2 fails, 1 success. Since you guys can tell whether
this is not good at all.
Yeah.
You do have an advantage card, Brad.
Oh, yes. We can use that for death saves?
Yes.
Save.
That's a
Okay.
D20 roll.
Oh.
Roll again. You succeed. You pop back to consciousness.
The same damn roll 3 times.
Lady in the bushes.
Where's my whip?
Oh, did the Dragomir or one of you two grab the whip from inside the building?
He still had it.
Yeah,
He still had it. Okay. Like I just sort of picked his body up and just sort of threw it over my shoulder and just here we go.
Yeah, I assume he was gripping onto it pretty
So it
tightly.
reminds me of a
in
series
his
by.
sleep.
All right, good.
Oh, okay.
This reminds me of that book series by Lemony Snicket, A Series of Unfortunate Events.
Who's who?
The hag vanishes.
You want to know the worst part? You want to roll the?
Oh,
you want to know the
lovely.
worst part?
What?
Is it fine, John? Is it fine if I reveal what I rolled?
Yeah, I already was revealing.
I rolled a 6 3 times.
I was effectively revealing it already. Don't worry about that anymore since we got the Death Store stuff. I forgot about that.
That's some quality content right there.
I just thought it was funny that I rolled 3 freaking 6s.
All right, it is your turn, Aldon.
Okay. Let's see here. So they're not anywhere around here.
Not as far as you can see.
As far as we can see. Are there any open sources of flame nearby?
No. Well, there's the oven, but
That's inside the building, and
yeah.
Suggesting that I'm still kind of inside the building, I can tell you, like,
you're in like the door frame.
Yeah.
I was thinking, do we want to just burn the building down?
No, we take the stuff first because this is co-payment for harassment.
There's not really anything of value.
There is a cart and there are pastries.
I guess you can take the
without using the healer's kit, I'm gonna try and make a medicine check to finish stabilizing the Vladimir. Okay, come on. Don't give me a crap roll. Hey!
You know what? I'll say since he only needs 1 more success, he is stabilized.
Okay. Yeah, he's not dying no more.
Yep. And because because of On Death's Door, you are conscious.
Oh, I'm conscious again?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, end of combat. You guys, what are you guys doing?
Well, since everything's quiet.
I forget how Lay on Hands works.
You use the action to heal yourself by X amount. You just choose however many hit points on your hit point pool.
And your maximum hit points is
the
20.
thing you want to heal.
That you can The maximum hit points you can heal, yeah.
Okay, give me a quick second. My dog just walked in and wants something.
All right. I guess I'll heal to 20.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Glad to see you didn't just leave me in there.
So yeah, what are you guys doing?
I'm going to check to see if the kids are all okay.
They're physically fine. They don't want to go back to their parents
Mentally?
because their parents gave them away. But they do speak highly of Irina and Ismark. They speak highly of Irina, the lady.
Okay.
That's the girl we took to what's it?
Yes, it is.
The city.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm back for real.
I could use a priest anyway. I could use a priest anyway.
Wait, hold up. I'm gonna loot the place.
Okay. There's not really anything of value.
But there's a cart though, right?
There's a cart. It's a tiny little hand cart though.
And there are pastries, right?
There are pastries, I guess. Yeah.
And there are 3 chickens left.
Yes.
No, we're not selling the pastries made from children's bones.
We're going to sell them.
It'd be a shame to put them to waste, don't you think?
While Dragomir is in it, a storm brews and lightning strikes the top of the windmill and it begins to burn.
Oh. And it begins to burn?
Yes.
I sort of look at it and be like, well, I guess I'm not going to have to do it myself.
The fire is spreading quite quickly.
Okay, all right. Go in.
Let's get out of here.
Go in, take the cart, and take the chickens. We'll leave the pastries.
Okay, you now have a peddler's cart. I don't know why you would want that, but you have it.
Because sometimes when you're hunting, you need places to put stuff.
Yeah, but you have to roll the cart back, and that's not going to go so well over wilderness.
Okay, all right, never mind. I'm gonna snap all the chickens next.
Okay.
Never, because it's a lot easier than working with squirming chickens.
Yeah.
I was gonna animal handling one of the chickens.
All right. Yeah, you guys are able to get away from the burning windmill. What would you guys like to do?
How much chicken meat is that?
Enough.
Sufficient.
You already drained the life out of one of them, so its meat's not going to be good at all. So in terms of meat, you can actually use. Oh wait, no, that's 3 pounds.
All right.
And some feathers and some bones and some.
3 pounds of chicken. Parentheses and gubbins, referring to the other stuff.
Awful.
Wait, what?
Awful. That's a term.
Awful. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Term for what?
Animal organs and stuff. The stuff you wouldn't normally eat. Awful is OFFAL.
Gotcha. I always pronounce it as awful, so it's a bit. I guess I'm doing it wrong then. Okay. All right. Another unsuccessful day of in Dragomir's life of not finding any sort of money.
What would you like to do now?
That's seriously what you call your story.
The hags probably had the money on them, which would explain why you didn't find any.
Okay.
Well, we should leave.
We should have tried harder to kill them.
The kids want to go to Irina.
I could use a priest.
So we're heading back?
All right.
I think that would be a good idea.
It's the closest town.
That's true.
All right.
All right.
Travel pace, first of all.
At least normal, so that we can be out of there before they return from the ethereal plane.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm probably still not doing great from almost dying.
Mm-hmm.
We should have listened to the raven.
Would only exasperate my injuries. Actually, if he took the cart and we really needed to put it forward to just carry me on it.
This is true.
So yeah, we are going to continue you guys along here. Travel actions for the first bit for this travel.
Let's see here.
Let's see what my survival's +1. I ain't doing that.
I mean, my survival's +5. So wait, is Vladimir still navigating? Even though he's like, turn here, go that way.
That shouldn't be hard.
I'm probably
Make a
just
survival
taking care
check,
of the
Vladimir.
kids.
I'll keep watch.
Getting it set up.
Helios will keep watch.
Okay.
Well, very good.
Yep.
Dragomir is going to do what he normally does, and that is hunt for food and furs and other whatnot.
Probably keep watch.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on the kids.
Alrighty.
Make sure the little tykes don't eat each other.
You find more rabbit tracks.
How many?
2.
Oh, okay. All right. I follow.
Okay, survival.
All right. That's not how you spell roll. That's how you spell roll, as in.
You could just do /R.
Yeah, I got lazy and started doing /R.
Okay, /R. 1d20 plus 3. 6.
No, you were not able to track them. So you will return to the party after after an hour instead of after the whole travel length.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, I think we can finally cross that part off our map.
Yeah, let's not go back there.
Like that.
Spencer returns to the party.
Yeah.
Wrong color.
Why did I roll twice?
I'm just gonna go ahead and put in the same color as the road. Hey, no, that's not what I wanted.
Shoot, how do you switch colors?
You click the color block next to your name and just pick a color.
Oh,
you get an encounter.
All right. No, we gotta show it like it's up in flames.
Well, do that. I already marked up to make it look like it was hatefully scribbled off the map.
All right, so it's. Oh, there we go. Perfect.
There we go.
We've done a successful job of burning the countryside.
A gaunt figure with wild hair and bare feet bounds toward you on all fours, wearing a tattered gown of stitched animal skins. You can't tell whether it's a man or a woman. It stops, sniffs the air, and laughs like a lunatic. The ground nearby is crawling with tiny twig monsters. Roll initiative.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, what?
Oh, shit's in my dinner once again.
R1d20.
This is.
Also, I know Vladimir would be leading the party. Rest in marching order, please.
I'll be right up near him.
Okay. I assume Helios would be next to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's behind Helios and
I guess that'll be me.
And then Maddie at back. Okay.
Maddie and the children.
Yeah.
The children. You must always think of
What are their
children.
names?
Just a second.
Fred and Abby.
No, it's not Fred and Abby. I know the girl's name is Myrtle. I don't remember what the
they have specific
Bobby
names.
Brown.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. That's how you know they're important.
They're not. I don't know why they have names.
Well, it's because it's a nice touch. Maybe if we want to adopt them. Maybe.
I'm sorry, Molly, but I'm pretty sure they already have parents.
They don't want to go back to their parents.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let's kidnap the children.
No, we're not kidnapping the children.
We are adopting them. I will make the transcripts right now.
Well, first,
He says
we
writing
want
a
to go
document.
to.
You see, Dragomir totally is our group warrior.
The twig blights will move on the druid's initiative. Just
Twig
for ease
blights.
of use. Yes, twig blights.
Is the crazy person on the same side as the twig thing?
Yes. The crazy person is the druid.
Oh. Okay, then.
Savage druid that lives in Barovia.
Okay.
Let me get the initiative here.
It's in Norfair. Why am I even looking here?
Let's see here. While traveling, do you get the benefits of a short rest? No?
No.
That's what I thought.
Alright. Dragomir, you're up first. Druid and 3 twig blights.
Okay. I'm just gonna double check something real quickly. Okay, so my movement speed is 35.
Okay.
All right, so, but there's a twig blight right there. Oh, wrong thing.
If
right
Vladimir moves. Oh, he was after me. Okay.
It's like, something tells me that twig blights don't have a lot of HP.
They do not.
But something tells me they're also like constructs, so I can't suck out their blood.
They're not constructs. They're plants.
Oh. I am not going to say that I can suck out plant blood.
You would be able to. You'd be able to at least suck life energy.
It's a matter of principle. Okay.
No, they're just like ents and stuff. They're plants.
All right, they're just tiny little plant guys.
Wait, well, yeah, John, but that count as going through both of them?
Just a sec. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I know what I'm doing, guys.
Is the druid controlling you?
Yes, very clearly.
So if we killed the druid, then that means the plants go away.
The plants are also probably still going to attack you.
Oh, okay, never mind. The plants are their own amount of sentient. Okay, all right. That makes things a lot easier. So I'm going to get out my bow because for some reason I'm first in combat. And I'm going to bonus action aim at this unfortunate fellow over there.
Okay.
Oh, unfortunate is very good.
Remember to track your ammo.
All right. It's we're just going to be using a regular arrow because I'm not wasting a specialty arrow on a freaking tiny twig.
Yep. Fair enough.
So +7 and
yes,
20
by a lot.
All
yes.
Right.
And I'm not even going to make you roll for damage. These things have 4 hit points. It dies.
Oh, well, yes. That changes my plan.
Easy.
I was going to Radiant Breath them. 10, 15, 20, 20. If no, it works. I can just go right here and get both of those guys.
Oh, is your breath actually up in the line?
I can choose 15-foot cone or a 30-foot by 5-foot line.
If you moved to here, you could Radiant Breath and hit all 3 of them.
Breath cone and get all 3 of them? Oh.
Yeah.
I could move to right there. And
that's assuming the druid doesn't move, which the druid's going to move, obviously. Anyways.
This is true.
Marie, your turn. Assuming, Dragomir can't do anything else.
Well, I would need to be right there.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast her.
The druid?
See.
You can't tell if it's male or female.
Yeah, the druid, yeah.
Go for it.
And looking very close, it's also very hard to tell whether it's male or female. You chose a really good picture.
I didn't choose that picture.
Oh, okay.
No, that will just barely not hit. Anything else?
I'm going to keep the kids behind me. Just push them behind me.
Alright, druid's turn. The druid is going to cast Entangle. Everyone needs to make a strength save.
Rolling 1d20 plus I think strength is my lowest score. What is it? It's 15.
Yeah, I have a plus suit.
I just Vladimir, you are restrained. Helios is restrained. Marie is restrained. Aldana and Dragomir, you are the only 2 who are not restrained. Oh, wait, no. Vladimir is also restrained. So Helios and Marie are restrained. The rest of you are not.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And that's the druid's turn. The twig blights, however, they still get to move. What are their movement speed? I think it's only 20. Yes.
There we go. Delete.
Okay, one of the twig blights is going to move up to Vladimir and attack him. Don't worry, these things are really pathetic. It'll be fine. It rolled a 6, so that's not going to hit.
Yeah, don't worry, this thing is really pathetic. It'll be fine. It rolled max damage. Vladimir rolled a death save.
And this one's going
Who else has purple besides me?
dash to move to here. Helios, your turn.
Restrained, does that prevent it from making attacks?
You have disadvantage on attack rolls, and things have advantage on attack rolls against you.
Oh, lovely. I'm gonna try him. He's gonna try and break out of that.
Okay. And the area within the square there is
difficult terrain.
And yeah, make a strength save to break out.
+3. Come on. Nope.
Didn't that mess up? Okay.
That would have been your action, so that's it. Hold on.
Well.
The area within the square is difficult terrain, so yeah, 10 feet for every 5 feet.
Okay, let's see here. Vladimir's in the way. Wait a second.
Vladimir can take it. It's only 2d6.
No, I was going to say, could I just hold the action until he steps to the side and then just
do that.
You're right.
You could ready your action to just use it after he steps
wait,
aside.
did he break out?
No.
No. Helios didn't, but Aldon was never restrained, and you're not restrained. So.
Oh no, I'm restrained.
No, you're not. I did the math wrong. You're not restrained.
He did the math wrong. So I could hold my action to Radiant Breath till when you step to the side. You only need to move one square, literally that way or that way or that way.
What's stopping you from just getting in my square?
I could just breathe. I could just breathe straight through you, but that would mean you would also take damage.
Wait. Oh, he can't.
I can Radiant Breath in a 30.
Yeah, you can't stand in the same square as another creature.
Yeah.
Unless you're like those
tiny.
No. Yeah, unless you're tiny or you're mounting
I thought player characters could stand on top of each other.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. But if you could just move to the side, then I wouldn't have to do friendly fire. Okay, I'll hold my action to Radiant Breath for when he steps inside.
It is Vladimir's turn because you don't have any of your radiant stuff left.
Okay, so I can just move.
Yes.
Okay, I'll move over here.
Okay, and then ready to action for Radiant Breath triggers.
Okay.
They both need to make con save.
And I'll hold the rest of my action for after his.
Twig Blight fails. Still roll damage because it could do 2 or 3 damage.
Yeah. Slash on 2d. No, 2d3. 2d6, so he takes half.
Okay.
7, so he would take
Twig Blight's
3.
dead. Vladimir, your turn. So you. Oh no, why did I move? Yeah, now back to your turn, Vladimir. You've used 10 feet of your movement so far to move there because it's difficult terrain. So you could still use 10. You could still move within reach of the druid. It would be here.
Right here.
All right. I assume you're gonna whip the druid.
Reach weapon.
It's a weapon time.
Yep.
It's a weapon time. Is that a hit?
Yeah, a 21's gonna hit.
I was gonna say because I've had some pretty crap luck as of late.
We have indeed.
We all have, yeah.
You weren't the ones rolling death saves and just watching your numbers go from 2s and 6s.
Good thing that they helped you, because otherwise you would have died.
Yeah.
We don't have a cleric.
Yeah, no.
Okay, there we
Truly
go.
is sad.
+5.
Although, if someone dies, they should totally come back as a cleric.
Yeah.
And be like...
Okay, so that's an 11 whipping damage.
Okay. The druid is still alive.
There we go.
How's he looking?
He is bloodied.
Or she.
Or she is bloodied. It is bloodied.
Okay.
Anything else, Vladimir?
Not currently.
Dragomir, your turn.
All right. So if I go to the opposite side, is it flanked? Or no?
Yes, but you have 30. Oh wait, no, because it's no. Yes, it would be because I rule it. It does, but that would use.
Okay.
But it would use 30 feet to get there.
Oh, to get there? Well, 10, 25. Nope. 10, 15, 20. Because that would be difficult
Okay,
terrain.
that'd be still 25 feet to get to there.
10, 15. No, it'd be only 20. It'll only be 20.
Okay, yeah. Still, it would take you a lot more. It would take you a lot of movement because of the difficult terrain.
Yeah, so you could do it with plenty of movement to flank this guy.
You could also just move a little bit over and kill the twig blade. They don't have very high AC.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk up to it.
Okay.
I don't feel especially keen, or at least I am not going
to make a concentration save on the druid. I need to make those.
Wait.
Okay, it failed. On the first save against the breath weapon. So yeah, it dropped entangle. So yeah, you could. So yeah, no more difficult terrain, and no one's restrained.
Yeah.
I'm not going to dignify this plant with an actual weapon. I take out my shovel.
Skull.
20.
I absolutely love the idea that it's turned into it's kind of turned into a game of okay, who's gonna not use a weapon this game?
No, that does not hit.
Okay, never mind.
You could have flanked with only 15 feet of movement.
Yeah, but he already moved, so I'm not going to.
Yeah, but he already moved, so.
And it doesn't really matter. It's a twig blade. It's not that strong. Marie, your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
Which one?
Finish him.
The druid. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast their ass.
Go for it. Yes.
Hey. Oh shit. Wait. 1 second. Totally forgot what I need. 10 plus 5.
Okay. Druid is still just barely alive.
Okie. That's his bug.
Okay.
Yeah.
Druid's turn. So the druid is going to attempt to flee. Vladimir can make an opportunity attack.
Insert.
How do you want to do this?
Are they doing pretty bad?
Yeah, they have 3 hit points left.
I just realized it was all the same, so you know what? We're just gonna call it that I wasn't using my whip.
Okay.
And I just flung a dagger that hit him in the back of the neck.
Okay. Yep, Druid drops dead. The twig blade that is still alive is going to attack Dragomir. It is going to get a nat 1. Hold on, your turn. You know what? I'm gonna start awarding cards backwards as well. So if an enemy misses you with a nat 1, then you get a card. If you miss, if I get a nat 20, I get a card.
All right.
Lovely. Well, I'm a move 5.
Wait, so if we get a nat 1 attacking your creatures,
it weirdly does even things out.
Yes. So basically, if someone gets a nat 1 or a nat 20, the opposite party gets a card.
All right.
If someone gets a nat 20, that party gets a card. If someone gets a nat 1, the opposite party gets
a success.
Yeah. I'm gonna move to there, and then I'm just gonna spike this thing in the head.
Okay.
Plus flanking 13.
13.
Does a 13
yes.
hit? It's dead. Yeah, it's dead. Yeah, I just like split it down the middle like I'm splitting wood.
Alright. Yep. The twig blights are all dead now.
Yeah, because
You should have left it alone. Just like not dignify its existence. It continues to follow us, continue trying to do damage. We just let it there.
Until it finally deals damage and then you just like backhand it into the woods.
Yeah.
If I backhanded something, even if we were doing the 1 plus strength modifier, I would KO it because I would deal 5.
Anyways, the kids' names are Freak and Myrtle.
Freak and Myrtle. What strange
Freak. What kind of person names their child Freak?
I don't know. The same kind of person that would give their child away for a pastry?
Oh, yeah, I guess you got a point there. Okay, so Freak. Little boy.
Moving on,
Myrtle.
one last little leg of the trip.
Perhaps we should stop and take a short rest.
Little girl.
Unless you get an encounter just outside Vallaki, there's no more encounters, so.
Okay. Because, maybe we might want to do that.
I'm going to roll for an encounter just outside Vallaki, unless you get an encounter right here. Which
crap.
You probably won't, and...
The freaking gates.
Okay, you did.
Good. Can we call the guard?
Oh gosh.
You're like a matter of like a mile from Vallaki, so if you want to, you can just run.
Okay, alright.
Actually, but it might not be anything combat-based.
Yeah.
Sure hope.
Vladimir.
Yeah.
Make a survival check.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's right.
Alright, yeah, you notice it. You spot a wolf trap, its steel jaws caked with rust. Someone has carefully hidden the trap under a thin layer of pine needles and detritus.
Trap.
There's a trap over there for wolves.
Ooh.
Step in it.
So yeah, like a bear trap, basically.
Oh yeah.
Show me. I wish to acquire it.
Okay, you were able to trace the chain back to where it's like where it's like nailed into a tree.
All right. I can use thieves' tools for this, right?
Sure. And I won't make you make a check for that. You now have a hunting trap.
Okay.
Alright, you successfully, safely arrive back in Vallaki.
All right.
That was uneventful.
Well, that was an interesting day.
It is raining.
Hunting.
Oh, lovely.
Just a second. You were going to have a quick thing when you enter Vallaki. It's not an encounter so much as just a thing that happens.
An event that happens on rainy days.
Yeah. I just think it's funny. We get there and it just starts raining, and I'm like, of bloody course it is.
Under threatening sky. Well, it's not quite raining. It's not quite raining yet. It's definitely very cloudy though. Under threatening skies, a parade of unhappy children dressed as flowers trudges through the muddy streets, leading the way for a group of sorry-looking men and women carrying a 10-foot diameter wicker ball. The burgomaster and his smiling wife, who holds a sad bouquet of wilting flowers, follow the procession on horseback. As weary spectators watch from their stoops, the ball is borne to the town square. There it is hoisted and hung from a 15-foot-high wooden scaffold. The townsfolk take turns splashing with oil. Before the wicker sun can be set ablaze, the sky tears open in a sudden downpour. All will be well, cries the burgomaster, as he brandishes a sputtering torch and marches defiantly through the rain toward the wicker ball, only to have his torch go out as he thrusts it into the sphere. A singular laugh erupts from the crowd, drawing the burgomaster's fiery gaze as well as gasps from the townfolk. What would you guys like to do?
Wait, what's happening?
Okay, all right. So, the burgomaster. Okay, so there's like a festival going on. There's a Wicker Man.
Wicker Sun.
However, it's okay. Okay, so. And while this is going on, the rain finally just starts to like downpour, but the burgomaster's like, it's gonna be fine. It puts a torch to the thing, but however, on the way, the torch goes out, and some ungrateful individual decides to just laugh at the burgomaster as the torch goes out, and now the burgomaster is mad, and now the DM is asking us, what do we want to do?
I was just double checking to make sure that we didn't walk in on a witch burning ceremony or anything of that nature.
No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Was like, are they trying to burn someone or hang someone or something?
Nope.
I mean,
Empire nest here.
I mean, if it was a witch, and according to everything that we've gone through, I would be in support of it.
Yeah. I would have been like, yeah. If it was definitively a witch, we could look at it and go, that's a witch. I could totally see Vladimir going, hey, could I light it?
It's popcorn.
What would you guys like to do, though?
Clearly, I'm going to track down and find the man responsible for laughing.
All right. As the after the laugh, and the burgomaster glares at him and points towards him. Arrest that man! And guards move to arrest him.
Oh, dang it. I was going to do it and look like some sort of grand hero, but I guess not. Someone else has already got it.
Would any of you like to do anything about that?
I have the kids in tow, so...
I'll be like, come on, Marius, get the children to the church.
I am in no condition to care right now.
Yeah.
I was just
What are
curious
we
if you
going
wanted
to do?
anything.
Take on the entire town guard?
Oh, gosh.
No.
As you watch, the man is bound at the ankles and the wrists, then tied behind the burgomaster's horse and dragged around for amusement.
Oh, dear.
I covered the kid's eyes.
By the way, I retrieved my dagger from the corpse earlier.
Okay.
So we forgot to loot the body.
There wouldn't have been anything worth taking.
It was a druid.
The only thing that was in its body, the only thing that was on their person was a knife in the back of their neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you watch this, you hear a scream coming from over here. You were in the town square.
Over
here.
where?
Over here. And as you watch, and as you look, so yeah, what would you guys like to do after that?
I'm talking to Remy, like, we should get the children to the church.
Yeah. Yeah, we should probably head over
Maybe I
there
should go.
anyway.
Okay, all right. Are we all just headed there?
Headed to the church?
I mean, it's the same.
I mean, I feel like somebody should investigate that. That feels like a plot hook.
Yeah.
It does.
Bloody.
I mean, so did the last thing.
Wait, I assume we came in through here, right? This gate?
Oh, I thought we came through like this gate over here, because like
Right here?
if we're looking at the world map,
Right over here? Or right over here?
Well, I was like, didn't we come in through the top gate
No.
the previous time?
No, the top gate leads to the lake.
Well, we came
Oh, yeah.
from
okay, think of like the map as a whole. There was like a giant round about, and then like immediately there, it's like so.
Well, my point is though, either way, regardless of which gate we came in, because we didn't come in through the west gate, we'd have to cross through the town square in order to get to the church, anyways.
Yeah. So, and this is the town square, right?
I thought it was here.
Here.
Oh, here.
Okay, well, we need like a lot different colors.
Yeah, like
I've switched
John and
mine to
Joey,
like light
one of you
blue.
two should go from not red because it's very confusing having both of you be red.
and I'm like a slight reddish pink.
Yeah, Maddie's pink, I'm purple.
I'm gonna.
Spencer's blue, and then the two of you are both red. That's confusing.
Pastel green.
All right.
Yeah, so like, okay. Oh, there we go.
Oh no, you can't see that at all.
Yeah, no, that
Can't
one you
see
can
any.
see. Yeah, Maddie, yours we can't see it. Oh,
That works.
yeah. So,
Can't see.
John, it was here.
A ball.
Ish.
A ball's missing.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so we have to walk through there anyway, so we can always see what's going on our way to the church.
Well, the church is over here.
Yeah, we have.
It's on the exact opposite
And
side
you're
of town.
here. The scream
Yeah,
came
yeah.
from
Scream
here.
from over here,
Oh.
near the vampire nest. That
Yeah, near the vampire nest.
slaughtering the vampire.
Okay,
This
all
could
right.
be seen,
I'm going
right?
to.
Yes, man.
Yeah, it
Stop with the
could be seen.
childishness.
All right. I will go and investigate. I will try not to cause any issues.
Just sneak, find what it is, and then come running and find us.
Oh shoot! I guess it's in character. I am going to check out the screaming because I feel like, because I feel like we don't really have anything else to do. So I'm going to
There
go
was
that
that
way.
revenant that told you to go meet his master.
Was the what?
The revenant that told you to go
the
meet
revenant.
his master.
Yeah. He's like all the way like on the exact opposite side of the main map.
No, he's not. He's not very far from here, actually.
Oh,
Like a
okay.
day's
Anyways,
travel from here.
I'm still intrigued by the screaming.
Okay. So I assume the rest of you are going to go to the church then?
You had to drop off the children.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, you guys go to the church. The church guy will take them in and says he'll find a home for them.
Okay. I head back towards...
Dragomir, as you investigate the screaming, you notice there's a wagon in the stockyard, which is here, that has the side of it burst open like something escaped out of it. And as you investigate a little more, you notice a saber-toothed tiger prowling the streets.
Oh.
It doesn't appear to have eaten anyone, but yeah.
Nice.
As you watch, a man who looks like a performer runs up and starts trying to lure runs up to you. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. And he starts trying to lure the tiger back into the wagon.
Is he succeeding?
No. Very much no.
Yes, he is.
Hey guys.
Okay, all right. I will just like continue to watch on in intrigue, but from a relatively safe distance.
Right. He eventually leads the tiger back into the thing.
Like,
it's shut now, right?
If we get good animal handling rules, we could tame it and use it as a mount. Because it is one of the mounts on Fine Greater Steed.
Yes. The man comes up to you. I'm Octavio. The burgomaster will want to arrest me after that stunt. Could you fetch the rest of your friends? I need to talk.
Well, first off, okay. Hold up a second. Rictavio.
Yes.
Man with a saber-toothed tiger.
By the way, I'm also going to inquire if there's if the priest knows any healers in the area.
Your best of luck going to Kresik. There is an abbey there. They may be able to help you.
Wait a minute, Rictavio. How do you know I have friends?
I talked to Vladimir earlier.
I'd like to make an insight check.
Okay.
Roll 1d20.
Out of game. This is my friend. Okay, this is my friend.
Okay, with that 6.
You still believe him.
I guess like I didn't focus enough. Okay, all right.
Vladimir I will point out, Vladimir did mention weirdly at some point he may have had the crow thing figured out. Just to point that out.
You mean Raven?
Yeah, the Raven thing figured out.
There's a big difference between crows and ravens, mostly size.
There actually isn't. I would like to
Anyways,
point
let's
out
move
they are
on.
in the exact same family and very hard to tell apart.
Let's move on. So yeah.
All right.
What are the rest of you guys doing at this time?
I think we were. Are we heading back towards the middle of town, or are we just staying here in the church?
Well, I guess I was heading back towards to see if Dragomir got that figured out.
Yeah, let's head back.
Okay.
We've been working our way towards Wet
I would
Streams.
assume you guys are able to all meet up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's that scene from Jurassic Park: Lost World. Just follow the screams.
Vladimir, I need your help with something.
Oh, it's you. Oh, well, what do you need?
After my tiger escaped from the wagon, the burgomaster will absolutely want to arrest me.
Can't have that.
Would you distract him while I gather my things and get out of town?
Yeah, I think I can manage that.
Thank you.
Wait, hold up. Before anything else, how much are you willing to pay?
He's not paying a single silver.
Are you paying it?
And I immediately go to find the mayor.
I'll go with him.
Yeah.
And
You find him without any trouble.
Yeah.
Hello, you must be new to town. I haven't seen you around.
Oh, yes, I'm quite new, actually. You see, I haven't, we've been traveling a while, and I seem to have got myself lost. Would you mind helping me?
Of course. Where are you trying to go?
Oh, well, I was over at the local priest, and I was over at the local priest, and he said I needed somewhere to get healed up. He told me to go to Kreshit. I don't know where that is. So
just a second, let me.
Yeah.
Get actually useful information from this man while distracting you.
Yeah, no. I'm actually gonna bleed this guy for information while we're here.
Krezik is a small town about 2 days to the west of here. Not as well defended as Vallaki, of course.
Yes.
They're most known for their abbey, and I imagine there would be a priest there that could heal you.
Oh, that'd be most appreciated. Had a bad run-in on the way here.
You certainly
yes, it was most distasteful.
And you smell it as well.
Do I? I just
yes, that was the injury.
I sniff myself and then I sniff myself and go, oh, that's a new one.
I'm like, yes, it was some foul magic.
I just like to point out it's hilarious that Vladimir couldn't notice. But yeah, it's just by the way, I saw that there was some commotion on the way, and what was that about?
You mean the festival?
Yeah.
The Festival of the Blazing Sun was our latest festival to keep the town's spirits uplifted. I had to arrest, just a second, I forgot the dude's name. I had to arrest Mr. Cajules due to his outburst.
Huh. So forgive me. I don't want to step on anything I shouldn't be, because I'm new to town. I don't know how things work here. So I'm just trying to understand what exactly went wrong?
Well, the torch went out when I attempted to light the blazing sun, and then a man named Lars Cajules decided to have a rather ill-timed outburst.
I see.
I arrested him for his spite. I imagine he will not do it again. Do not worry.
Oh, certainly, why not? No worries here. Just, by the way, I mean, if you don't mind me asking, of course, is there any reason to keep why spirits are so low around here?
Just a second.
Yeah.
I asked, what happened? Did it have anything to do with this?
You know what's the best part? You know what's the best part about this character? It is so easy for him to play the lost drunk. Meanwhile, all the while my good buddy over there can wiggle on out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Van Richten.
Yep. Godspeed, you Van Helsing ripoff.
Not really Van Helsing, because
I truly do not know
he's too
why.
old for that.
My festivals should make sure that my festivals and my leadership should keep their spirits up. Oh, I'm sure if I can make everyone happy, the town will slip free. We can finally get out of the devil's grasp.
Yeah. Devil. I mean, devil. I don't. Maybe I've had too much. Maybe I've had too much to drink recently, but I'm not sure I know what you're talking about with a devil.
He looks around real quick, at like he's looking for spies, and then leans closer.
Yeah.
The devil Strahd, the one that lives in the castle on the mount.
I see. Sorry. I didn't think it'd be something so serious. Wait.
By this time, you hear a thundering of hoofbeats, and you see Rick Tavio's wagon being pulled by his horse, riding out of town.
Well, he looks like he had some business to get to.
Indeed. If you'll excuse me, I need to organize the arrest of the man who so foolishly allowed his tiger to get loose.
Well, someone had a tiger.
Yes, there was an issue in the stockyard. I believe that's what the scream was about earlier. I do not believe anyone was harmed, but someone could have been.
Interesting. You don't see tigers very often in places like that. Very dangerous.
No.
Also, they have a habit for eating things.
Besides, just
and he
just
walks off.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Never mind.
I just look at Vladimir and be like, "Well, shall we find the others?"
Vladimir's just gonna be like, I'm gonna be like, you better be grateful. Burn the last of it for this. And I tilt over my now empty flask. Burn through the last of it for him. Hope it was worth it.
Hope so. Let us meet up with the others.
Yep.
The others, by the way, get approached by a man, a rather shifty-looking man. You seem to be quite the capable group of adventurers, the four of you.
Well, I was with myself and Helios.
Yeah, I know. It's the other two.
Yeah. It's
literally
me
the
and
remaining.
Yeah.
It's me and Marie and the kids. Wait, unless we put
No, we dropped the kids off already.
Okay, so it's just me and Marie at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A rather shifty-looking man approaches you. The four of you seem to be quite competent adventurers.
I put a hand out, kind of like in a stop motion. It's like, we talk about payment first.
I like you. Right to business. Though I'm afraid I cannot discuss payment myself. You'll want to speak to my employer, Lady Fiona Watcher.
All right.
She has interest in meeting you tonight.
Oh, all right. Where can we find this lady? How do you spell that name?
Water.
Fyodor Water?
Fiona Water.
Okay. Fiona Water. Okay.
Watcher. Like a watchman.
Okay. The watch.
Washer.
Watcher.
Like the little metal ring you stick between a screw and like a.
No, not a washer. A watcher. As in someone who watches something.
Like the Watchmen.
Yeah.
It sounded like you were saying washer. Fiona Washer.
Yeah.
Her home is in the north of town. It is quite a large manor. You cannot miss it. She has invited your group for dinner tonight. I suggest you do not miss
it. We walk into the building and her first reaction
imagine, like, we all walk in and there's, my word, what is that awful stench?
Yeah. She's like, oh heavens! I wish you missed my invitation, and you're getting blood on the carpet. I mean, yes, it's red carpet, but it's the principle of the matter.
What's the dress code for dinner?
My employer wishes to discuss with you adventuring, so dress as you would when you would adventure.
All right. What is your name, by the way?
Ernst Larnock.
Right. I'm just going to call you Eric. It makes you feel better.
I suppose that will do.
And now the awkward staring contest commences.
And
yes.
the other two of you arrive back at the party right as Ernst is leaving.
All right, Eric. It looks like the gang's all here. So, what time is dinner?
It is in an hour. We'll just say that.
Okay. All right. So not enough time to go down to the butcher's and sell some meat. Okay.
I do still suggest you wash up. Your hunter here appears to have a rather ghastly smell about him.
Oh, don't worry. I think it's pretty normal.
Oh, yes, he smells.
He always smells like shit.
No, I walk up.
Now.
I walk up. Yes.
Well, specifically, he smells like rotting flesh.
Yeah.
Exactly, shit.
No.
No, there's a difference.
Guys.
There's a difference.
Guys.
All right.
He said the hunt. Guys, he said the hunter smelled awful. So I walk up. Oh yeah, Dragomir he just got back from a hunt. I'm sure he does smell pretty bad.
No, I was referring to you, hunter, as in monster hunter. I recognize that whip you carry, Belmont.
Ooh, how the tables have turned, small man.
Yeah, you really need a bath. A long bath.
I should mention, perfume is something you can buy.
That sounds expensive.
There is a way around the necrotic stench.
Yes, just make me smell like a bull. I'm just going to point out, you put the perfume on me, and then you're like, okay, instead of smelling just like rotting flesh, you smell like the one flower that smells like rotting flesh.
Oh, God.
It's 5 gold if you were going to find it like in a normal store. You might be able to find it around town, you might not.
Yeah.
I want to buy perfume.
I'm not sure I know about my rotting.
Wait a second.
Make an investigation check to see if you can find a shop that sells it.
Are there any flowers that grow nearby?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would like to roll an investigation.
Yes, you do manage to find someone selling perfume made from local flowers for 5 gold.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, I have an herbalism kit. Could I make something with the herbalism kit from the flowers? That would be
you probably could actually.
Yeah, use this.
I'd like to roll investigation to what is it again?
What are you looking for?
Looking for a place to sell my wares, mostly these furs.
Yeah, you won't have to make an investigation check for that.
Oh,
You'll find the butcher.
Herbalism is
Make a persuasion
wisdom.
check though to see how much he'll be willing to give you.
Yeah, we're
Alright.
getting dinner tonight, so we wouldn't need meat, and we don't have him. This is back in the olden days before refrigeration, so we can't just keep it till tomorrow.
Unless we actively preserved it.
Yeah, like with salt.
11.
Mm-hmm.
Just salt the crap out of it.
45 gold.
So I'll take that offer.
Okay. 45 gold.
Now I'm gonna.
All right.
Gonna
And
buy
so,
the perfume.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's for everything, right?
That's for everything.
Okay.
That's for
All right.
all meat you got.
So that's all the chicken and all the gubbins, the 1 1/3 pounds of rabbit, and the what was it? I keep thinking it's a bobcat, but it's not a bobcat. I wrote it down as bobcat.
A lynx.
Oh, lynx. Okay, the lynx. And it's for. All right, so now my gold value just shot up to a lot.
Yeah, I don't know, like 45. I was like, what? Nice.
Now
I actually
we're
forgot
at
you had the lynx. But
yeah, it's been a while. Oh, was it going to be more?
no.
Oh, okay.
No.
Let's see here. So, yeah, so do you guys want to pay the 5 gold, or do you want to be cheap and see if I can craft something from some flowers that an herbalism
Do something
Pretty
cheap
paid the
because
5 gold.
do something cheap because I'm pretty sure it's not going to work anyways. Like
Okay,
either way.
I'll roll herbalism.
Yep.
There's nothing that can get rid of
20
the
plus-
stench of
I am
alcohol.
proficient with herbalism, so that's
Okay, you
2
now
and 3.
you now
plus
merely
5.
smell like booze.
23.
Yes, you are able to produce perfume.
Lovely. I'd be like, yeah, try this. We should fix that horrible stench.
It
How does this
helps
work?
it. It doesn't completely make it go away, but it does help.
Yeah.
So
So,
while you have perfume active, which will last for like an hour, I'll say, because it's not. I mean, it's perfume. It doesn't really last that. I don't think perfume would last that long in this time period.
No.
So it'll last for like an hour. You will not have disadvantage on persuasion checks.
Yeah, which I just got to point out, it is just really funny that it's like, okay, now you don't smell like rotting flesh and alcohol and shit. Now you smell. Now you just smell. Now you also smell faintly of flowers.
All right. Yep. You would have used up all your time. So to the thing.
To the manor house.
Yeah, you find it without difficulty.
I'm assuming it's somewhere like over here, because he said at the north side of town.
Yeah. I think it's one of these buildings.
Maybe it's that building. Oh, the red building.
Oh yeah,
okay.
we all also vaguely smell of smoke thanks to the house burning.
Yeah.
Dragomir more than the rest.
Not necessarily. I was outside. Helios was outside. Matt, Marie, and the children were outside.
Hey,
Yeah,
the house didn't burn down that fast.
Anyway,
I only went in fast enough to take 3 chickens.
Like, I want the chickens.
It's a 4-story building.
It's really easy to smell like smoke. Stand near some fireworks going off, you'll smell like smoke.
But we're also in the middle of the rain.
just walk through
Anyways,
like Las Vegas and you'll smell like smoke and shit.
Yeah, but that's more like cigarette smoke and not burning
you're gonna
smoke.
You're gonna smell like tobacco and bad choices.
And car exhaust.
Tobacco and bad choices. That's you could just truncate it at smell like bad choices.
All right.
One of which is tobacco.
To the manor.
We're already at the manor.
Yes.
I knock on the front door.
Okay, I can't find any information about a butler, but I assume a butler exists. A butler opens the door. Yes.
Hello. We've been told by we've been told that your master Fiona Watcher wants to see us. May we come in?
Yes, the adventurers that she asked for. She's in
Access
the dining room.
granted.
Follow me.
Good.
As we all immediately track Mud in the house.
He takes you
I want my
he takes
Is
you
it
to
a dirt road in town or is it a cobblestone road?
It's a cobblestone road.
cobblestone, so not nearly as much dirt.
He takes you through the little entryway and into a rather nice dining room. Let me read off what it says here because it's box text. An ornate dining table stretches the length of this room, a crystal chandelier hanging above it imperiously. The silverware is tarnished, the dishes chipped, yes, yet all are still quite elegant. 8 chairs, their backs adorned with sculpted elk horns, surround the table. Arched windows made of a latticework of iron and glass look out onto the small, fog-soaked estate.
I take the seat closest to the mistress
She
of
is
the house.
she is standing, a fairly old woman, and a very hard-looking woman as well.
Oh, okay.
Just a second.
You got a picture? Or
Yes, I
like
do.
a description
Well, I
block?
do, but I can't show it to you because it has secrets.
Things attached to the picture.
Yes.
You got like a cut and paste tool on your computer? Well, not.
It would be.
Tool,
It
there we go.
wouldn't work.
Oh, all right.
Where is it?
I guess we'll find out when inevitably the game ends, or we inevitably kill her. Whichever comes
to my
first.
Home. I see you have heeded my summons.
Why, yes, of course, madame.
Just a second.
Now, we've been told that you require some... that you have a problem that's only us adventurers that needs to be solved.
Yes. Sit and we will discuss it.
All right. Once again, I reinstate that I take the chair closest for easier conversation.
They all sit. Lady Watcher claps her hands twice, and a couple of servants come in with food and wine and stuff. And then
the servant who walks by me immediately coils his nose, just
flowers, but the faint smell of death is in the air.
My character didn't smell great to begin with.
Before we discuss things, what do you know of the burgomaster?
Well, he seems to be a kind of upright gentleman. Looks like he's trying to do...
Officially or unofficially?
Officially.
Well... Oh, okay. You don't talk... You don't have charisma at the moment.
Yeah, but she said fish, because I asked fish.
Why are we having the warlock do all the charisma interactions?
Unofficially, which is... I said officially or unofficially, which is sort of like a signifier of an out... Can we talk open conversation or a more private conversation?
A more private conversation.
Can I badmouth him if it was official or unofficial?
Yeah, because officially you'd say something like, "Oh, he's a great politician who does something great." Unofficially, you say what you really mean about him.
Okay.
Unofficially.
Okay.
Unofficially.
I haven't met the guy. Okay. Warlock, you talk.
I have met him extensively.
I'm going to do my best to attempt to eat something while hiding my fangs at the same time.
He's obsessed with... He's a madman obsessed.
Because I feel like
he's a madman crazy with power and obsessed with trying to fix a situation out of his control.
She notices it and gives a lingering look towards you, but doesn't do anything about it.
What did you do?
Dragomir's teeth.
Oh. Okay. To some, what I just said was unofficially, I think he's a man mad with power, trying to fix a situation that's beyond his control and going the complete wrong way about doing it.
He's a pompous idiot.
That sums it up quite nicely.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to, shall we say, dethrone him. But I know he won't give up his position without a fight.
What's your stake in all this?
I believe that we can better appease the devil, as they call him, to make our lives more comfortable. He is not a tyrant, as many people call him.
And how would you suggest we go about doing this?
I would like the four of you to intimidate, threaten, I would like the four of you to convince the burgomaster to step down and give his position to myself.
That's your game.
How do you intend to appease Strahd, though?
If I serve him and do what he commands, the town of Vallaki should not be so much a thorn in his side, and he will reward us for it.
And what makes you think he even cares about this town in the first place?
He is a reasonable man.
I second that notion, or at least, yes. Yes, I think he's a reasonable man, for the most part.
What if he made a demand of, say, some of your citizens?
That is the price that must be paid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just gotta say, out of game, I really don't like where this is going.
Yeah, no. I'm thinking... Yeah, I keep thinking, wait a second, we have that one girl hiding here.
Yeah, we have a girl hiding here who's of great importance to Strahd, and we currently have her safeguarded in what we have identified as the only currently safe location. I don't know if there's another town that we can take her to and keep the priests alive.
There's probably one further to the west.
Yeah, Crescent.
That one that's... Yeah, they probably have a holy ground or a chapel or something like that.
They have an abbey.
Yeah, there's an abbey. It was like we could probably take her there.
Yeah, but the abbey consecrated ground the way the church is the question.
I think so.
Got a point there.
Yeah, because the important thing is that it has to be consecrated ground. It's not like the previous town where we found a church and there was no consecrated ground, because the important thing is he can't walk upon consecrated ground. And therefore,
I'm just going to let you guys know of something.
Yeah.
In Barovia, Strahd can kind of break the rules of being a vampire.
Yeah. He kind of could have walked on consecrated ground this entire
time. He mostly follows them out of, like, courtesy, but if he wanted to just walk into your house, he could.
Yeah. Yeah. And that would probably be something Vladimir knows. I mean, he almost instantly identified Barovia.
Yeah.
And he calls it the land of Strahd, so he probably could guess something like that. That's a fair assumption, right?
Yep.
All right, so... the point is, though, is that if we try to keep by his gentlemanly nature, we can keep her safe, which is more than we can do right now. We just need to play the game by his rules till we are strong enough to grab the playing board and beat him over the head with it.
So what you're saying is we should help this woman?
What I'm saying is this is all out of game. I'm just trying to considering options. Like, I was making that clear for everyone.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of pros and cons here. Pros. It seems like she might rule this place better than that idiotic mayor. Cons. The one lady we desperately do not want to
end up in his claws.
Yeah, end up in his claws.
Well, no, that just means that we need to take a closer look. Well, we just have to like keep a closer look on her after that. Oh, another pros. We get paid.
We can get paid doing a lot of things.
I mean, what could you buy?
Oh, really? How much have you earned through this entire endeavor?
Currently, I have more gold than all of you combined. So
well, that depends. How much do you have? Because I have 52 gold pieces.
There also isn't a lot to spend gold on here.
That's
I have
my point.
15.
I want a freaking horse, and you can't stop me from getting a horse.
I can easily stop you from getting a horse. I can have a bandit steal all your gold. I can have all the horses just suddenly die.
The DM could literally just have Strahd himself come in, decide he wants to be a dick, and steal our gold. Like, if he did, honestly, I think that'd be really funny.
It would be terrible.
Just the idea. Well, no, it's funny because I just love the idea of Strahd being that petty. he's like, all right. He goes to us. He's like, all right. You got the woman I like in the temple. You know what? I'll play your game. Give me your money. and then just
no.
Money.
No. The counter response would be he takes all the horses in Barovia and puts them in his castle.
Well, I'm still waiting for
he drinks the blood of them and makes a very big pot of stew from horse blood or something.
No. If we want Strahd to be really petty, what he would do is, as Dragomir's purchasing the horse, he's like, they go up, the guy, he's like, all right, buying this horse will be 103 gold, and then Dragomir's like, let me grab my wallet. And just then, before the conversation, Dragomir had his wallet. During the conversation, his wallet went missing.
That's not the point, though.
So at that point, he realizes he cannot purchase the horse because Strahd stole his money while he was talking to the guy.
Or, Dragomir has exactly 103 gold for a 103 gold horse. Strahd walks up, I'll take one of those for taxes.
He walks up, like, no! 3 gold from Dragomir. No!
I'll take 1 copper. I'll take 1 copper for taxes.
Oh yeah, and he's like, and Dragomir, no, he won't haggle for any lower.
Oh wait, but that's besides the point.
So, wow, we went on a tangent of
yeah. It's just what are you going to spend money on?
Wait, what?
Anyways.
Yeah, for more healers kits because we don't have an infinite number of those.
This is true.
That is a fair point.
And they cost like 50.
We also have to pay for room and board. We have to pay for supplies and arrows. Holy crap! I forgot to pick up that arrow.
Actually, with arrows, I've got 5 iron ingots, and you've got smith's tools, and I've got woodcarver's tools. We can craft quite a bit of arrows.
You don't even need iron ingots to craft arrows
more than anything. But back to the issue at hand, however.
We help out. What was it? I'm just going to call her Miss Washer.
Because what I'm more worried about are the overall ramifications.
Yeah,
because sure, we get. Because, sure, we get some money in our pocket we could spend on healing stuff or horses or whatever. And we won't have to worry about getting arrested for a stupid reason by an idiotic mayor. But on the other hand, there's a strong possibility that we are willfully letting someone who's even worse get put into power, who's perfectly willing to try to do some things that are probably ill-advised at this point.
I mean, we could also kill her and then just keep going down the chain of command.
Chaos.
I mean, one of us could step
reading
forward.
way too many Dresden files.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of little things in those books blew up into giant things later. like seriously, one instance from like book 1, it turned into a mansion burning, turned into an entire species being wiped out in book 12. So, yeah.
Dominoes, folks. Dominoes.
Yeah. Yeah, and you have no idea how many different domino sets were set off from the intervening events that led up to that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But how much is it first? It's like, all right, that's going to be the question I ask. So, how much is this? How much do you plan? Well, how much do you plan to pay for this?
Just a second. I'm trying to improvise that here real quick.
Look alive, Johnny boy.
Yeah, I know. Thinking. John.exe is processing.
JohnnyBoy.exe booting up.
JohnnyBoy.exe.
I don't know why I decided out of
launch DM program.
Processing. .jpeg.
Loading.
Frustration. Initiate.
You know why I decided you're Johnny Boy now? It just worked.
My boss calls me John.
Oh wow. That is.
I call Josh John.
Okay.
That's too close to JoJo.
I call Josh John sometimes, and I sometimes call you Josh.
Yeah, no.
It's just really funny because it's for some reason names are interchangeable to me, but as people, you are not.
Yeah. Let's say 500 gold.
That is a pretty decent amount, I will admit.
Sure. No, it's like
Total.
Okay, total it seems. Yeah.
Which easily puts 125 in each of our pockets, we
could buy like half a boat with that.
We could easily get a full horse and carriage for long-term supplies. Which, honestly, with a campaign like this, I would totally vouch for the idea of getting a wagon and carriage, a horse and buggy, just to store, like, a bunch of healing supplies.
It's like our own personal ambulance.
Pretty much. make a triage center, because this campaign's going to get ugly. Actually, I feel like we should actually do that. Given how today went, I think we should actually do that.
All right. Would we be able to? What would be the? Is it? So I know the Bildroth Mercantile is a lot more expensive than normal stuff. So what?
Well, you see, that's all the way in this small little village over there. We're talking about this town.
Apply to Vallaki?
You would have to make an investigation check if you wanted to shop anywhere else.
Okay.
Is this price negotiable? Like, I'm just asking the DM beforehand before we go off on a 10-minute.
No,
okay, all right.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, out of character. I'm all for it.
Okay, I feel like on one hand, I feel like we kind of should do this, but on the other hand, I feel like we should consult some external parties first.
Okay, if worse comes to worse, we could put Irina in the back of the carriage with someone else.
Maybe consult with Van Richten.
Yeah.
He's out of town though.
Which so you can go find him. He can't leave Barovia.
Yeah.
No one can, I mean.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Maybe
it's that bad.
Oh, don't worry. It actually won't be that hard to find him.
Oh, I mean, all right.
Let me take a wild stab at where he is and tell me if I'm in the ballpark.
Sure.
Did he go to that traveling guild?
No.
Okay.
Oh, well, didn't he say he was heading
west
to the settlement?
No, he did not say he was going to Crescent.
Oh, he didn't say. Okay. Did he say where he was going? Other than
no,
just west?
He did not say where he was. He didn't say at all where he was going. not even west.
Yeah, but which gate did he leave out of, or
he
was
left.
heading toward?
He did leave out of the west gate.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me have a look at that big map.
Okay.
I'm the navigator here. Let me take a look at this. All right. Okay, so if he wanted to travel anywhere safely, there's pretty much only a single path he can follow.
He traveled out through the east gate, right?
West.
Oh,
West.
okay.
So he could be headed to
never mind.
to Kresik, or he could be headed to where the knights are holed up at Q, or to that Wizard's Wine at W.
Or other things as well.
Yeah. What's down at U, or do we not know what that is?
You don't know what that is.
Okay. No, so we don't know what's at V either.
You do not know what's at V either.
Yeah, looks like some sort of settlement or building or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it would take maybe a couple days to find him.
Maybe. Out of character, you're not going to have any trouble finding him. I'm just going to say that.
Okay. All right.
I have plans. I meant to have him tell you where he was going. I just forgot. So there will be you will figure out where he was going.
Okay.
Would that be like something that me and Maddie know because we were both like with him?
No, he didn't tell you.
Oh, okay. He didn't tell us at all.
Literally, the only thing he told you two was that he knew Vladimir, and Vladimir was pretty vehement about him not paying for this one.
Yeah, Kresik's only 7 miles, so it's about just a mile further than our stop over to the windmill.
I mean, like,
which I would like to point out is probably immediately concerning to Dragomir because of the fact that the careless vampire hunter immediately seems to give a shit. With seemingly no explanation. Because I don't remember ever actually telling you guys what he was about. I just went and talked.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. I just went and talked to a guy and then came back later and just brushed it off. I needed directions.
All right, so we take the deal, right?
I think we should see let's see if she has a time constraint on this.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Because like I said.
All right. When do you plan to do this? In layman's terms, coup?
Within the next week. I can give you some time to decide, but I would suggest you decide within the next couple of days.
All right. Okay. All right. All
right.
How long do you think it'll take us to get to Kresik?
It's only 7 miles, which is like 0.6 miles farther than the windmill.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So what we need to do is we need to first probably immediately head back for the church. God, shit's my dinner, and and tell her that there's a possibility we might need to move her again because things are. You know what? We'll see what Van Helsing over there has to say if we end up finding him.
Okay.
About the whole situation. He's been undercover in this town way longer than I have, so
yes.
So he knows more than me, and he has connections to the crows who will know a bunch more than I will.
Crows have a much more negative connotation.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Not really. They're both pretty well associated with death.
Yeah. So we traveled about 12.5 miles today, going to the windmill back.
Yeah.
And it's only 7 to Kresik.
Yeah. Yeah, and so I believe we should consult with Van Rictus and then see what he has to say. And if we decide we're going through with this, well, either way, we should also see if we can identify if Kresic actually has a functioning holy ground.
Okay, something tells me if they're like planning a coup, they already have a lot more integrating parts. Yeah. So
what I'm saying is we should definitely prepare for the worst case scenario, because I feel like this is going to happen anyways.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying.
And honestly, in long term, I feel like it's good that we asked that question earlier, because that gives me a bunch more information to work with. This means whatever's going to happen is a fixed point in the plot, which means it's happening regardless of what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And so
at least it's going to try to happen.
I feel like at this point, the best thing to do is to try to be on this lady's side for it.
On the winning side.
That's not necessarily like it could be unsuccessful.
It could be. But it also doesn't. It could be, but we don't have to. It could be, but if we play our cards right, we could still come out of it unscathed either way, because so far that guy only knows because so far the Burgermaster Burger only knows me as a wandering drunk. So.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really
a healer.
Burgermeister.
Burger.
Yeah.
No more toys.
Yeah, he's almost the exact opposite, which is hilarious.
You must have toys. It is illegal for you to not have toys.
I love that this character is known as the Burgermaster, and he's like the opposite extreme.
Well, Burgermaster is pretty much just the Eastern European mayor.
Oh yeah. I know. But it's funny that but you know, most people are going to think of that stop motion short, and see,
or more Central European, Dutch. Specifically, Google Dictionary says Dutch, Flemish, German, Austrian, or Swiss.
Huh.
Yeah, there was a Burgermaster in The Witcher, I think.
Anyways, but the point is that this guy's the opposite extreme of the other guy, which is really funny.
Okay.
But,
back to the story. So we tell her yes.
That what we need to do is, I feel like we need to first of all consult Van Rictus on the ramifications on this, and see if we can get something better for Irina. And yes, I did have to pull my character sheet up for that. Shut up. But either way we choose to go about this, I feel like we need to plan on moving Irina anyways, because this is because I had a feeling at some point she's going to end up getting forced out of that church and into the open, where Strahd can claim her, or at least is perfectly willing to claim her. And this looks like the perfect avenue for that to happen. So I feel like we need to plan on moving Irina anyways, because
say yes.
Yeah, because if there's one thing we definitely know about Strahd, it's that we can't let him get his hands on this lady.
Yes, he needs to learn self-control for once in his life.
Sure. And
we were never told why he wants her, were we?
Nope.
Oh, wait.
Not to my knowledge.
I said it.
What?
You did tell them about her being whatever
about looking very similar to a certain fling he had back in the day.
Yeah. And
back in my day.
And I remember rolling horribly on figuring that out.
Hex labels.
I remember distinctly, the only thing I knew was that I couldn't let Strahd get his hands on her, and it was very important that happens. The guy was vehement enough to make it seem like the freaking world depend on it.
I'm waiting until we get to the castle so I can have an intervention with him.
And I think I might have lightly mentioned it to Van Rictus specifically to keep an eye on her, and he seemed to follow the same track I did. So We're not sure what it means, but it's important that the things stay the way they are.
Yeah. So you
At
want
least
to...
until we can do something about the root.
We're going to tell her yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell her yes right now, though, is the question.
Oh?
Let's give ourselves some time first, because I feel like if we tell her up front, we're going to need some time to get... we need some time to make some considerations, then she'll give us some allotted time. Whereas I feel like if we say yes right now, she's just going to put us to work immediately, which is...
Oh, right. Okay. So I'm going to say... okay, so I'm going to go out with the statement. So... After reviewing it for a little bit, as we say, as we get out of like our inspirational football huddle, I believe it is in our best interest do this. However, we are going to need some time to gather some supplies, per se.
Make some considerations and weigh
some considerations and polish up a few things. Is that good with you?
Of course. Return to me as Eric or whatever the heck his name was. I don't remember.
It was like Eric or
his name is like, I'm just calling him Eric, but it's something different. I know that.
Yeah.
And tell us of your decision.
Okay, then.
Consideration.
All right, and you guys will. It's getting very late at this point, so I recommend you guys just go to sleep.
Yeah, at this point we need sleep. And do we recover full hit points in this system still, or
nope?
It's you gotta spend hit dice.
All right.
Yeah.
How do you regain hit dice again?
When you take a long rest.
So we spend them at the beginning of the long rest number. They get half of the number of we spent, minimum of one back at the end of a long rest. And
you get half of your maximum back at the end of the long rest.
Because by that rate, you don't ever actually get like all your hit dice back.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys travel back to the tavern and inn and place like that.
Mm-hmm.
The barkeeper will stop you for a second. Vladimir, someone left you a note.
Really? Let me. Oh, where's this note?
He hands you a piece of paper.
All right, I'm gonna open up the note.
It says, Vladimir, meet me in the old tower. There's an old tower west of here, on the shores of Lake Baratok. That is where I will be if you have need of me. V.
All right.
Oh, this place.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's.
Well, V was the signature of it.
Oh yeah, V.
But I assume it's at V.
Yeah, it's at the V.
Hilariously, hilariously, it is both like player information and like character information rolled into one beautiful package. Well done. I don't think that was intentional, but well done.
Not intentional at all.
Well done.
And that is where we're going to end the session because it is getting very.
All right.
Okay, let's mark V as
it's only 4 miles.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm going to mark it anyway because that is one of the most important places we need.
Yeah. You guys get a long rest and you level up.
I'm going to mark that one.
V is for... Oh, shoot, that's a box.
Okay. Let's see here. Do I risk rolling the die?
Do it. Do it. I mean, you do get... If you roll lower than the average, you get the average, remember?
Oh, okay.
V is for Van...
Let's see about Helios.
Rick.
Nope. So, let's see here. Okay. Now, hit dice
just
for the
looks
long
like
rest.
RKK. Okay, so
Let's see, I'm going to roll 2 of them. Plus 10.
1d8.
20, hey!
3. Oh, 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is decently visible on the map.
Yeah.
My hit points just went up.
You guys will want to. So yeah, Vladimir, you'll want to roll hit dice to regain hit points.
Yeah, let's see what the first roll lands me.
Oh, those are technically for Alda, not for Helios. Those hit dice rolls.
2d8 plus 6. 12. Okay, I get my hit points back.
Plus your con mod. Don't forget to add your con mod.
Yeah.
What? Oh, add my con mod? Okay.
Yeah.
That's 5.
Now, yeah. Okay, now I can hit the level up button. Level up, Dragon Knight, apply. Yes.
Okay.
Now, my dragon's attacks count as magical.
Okay.
And all the damage dice go up. They go from 1d6 to 2d6. It's glorious.
Jeez.
Good job.
Okay.
You may as well roll all your hit dice because you're pretty low on health. And you do level up, though.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, he's only down. Okay. With durable, regaining twice con mod from the roll, that would mean you would basically heal minimum for 3 times your con modifier, right?
Hit dice.
Yeah. So, wow, I can just spend 1 hit die and be at max health for Helios because he has durable.
Nice.
Heal
you guys level
11.
up to 5th level. All that good stuff.
5.
Okay.
Ranger. Okay.
Oh, and we get the long rest.
Yeah, you get a long rest, so you get all your stuff back.
Long rest apply. Hold on.
Oh, never mind.
Long rest apply. So I get almost all the hit dice I spent back.
Other than a 1 to save my life in this campaign? Apparently not.
You have 1 more hit die you can roll.
I rolled all 3 of them already.
You have 4 hit dice.
You have 4.
What?
You have 4 hit dice.
You get 1 hit die per level.
Oh.
Wait, I thought we... Okay.
We just
Isn't that 5 hit dice now?
Okay,
we were at level 4. You roll your hit dice.
Yeah. We're now at level 5. So he has 5 hit dice.
Yes, but he wouldn't have the 5 hit dice until the end of the long rest.
Ah, gotcha.
So after the long rest ends, you will have 3 hit dice left.
Yes.
All right.
Let's see here. Does proficiency bonus go up at level 5? It does, which means Dragon's AC goes up. Ooh. Excited dragon
everything
noise.
goes up pretty much.
Yep. Excited dragon noise.
Good. Okay. What do I get? 5.
Yeah.
Okay, that all goes up. Let's see here. Flying speed increases by 15 feet. Other speeds increase by 10 feet. 30. Done.
I roll for hit point addition again.
Flying speed of
D10 plus your Constitution modifier.
Climbing equal to walk. No, not 46.
Oh, so literally what I've just been rolling. Okay.
Yep.
And then...
Okay.
Hey, look at that.
Bite, claw, and tail attacks increase to 2d6. Lovely.
And extra attack on our paladin, which will be very helpful for him.
Oh, yes.
And 2nd level spells.
Oh, yeah. Vladimir could have Flying Steed.
Yes, he could.
Has
there ever been a Belmont with a steed?
Not that I know of.
Okay, I was just curious.
Wouldn't surprise me, but...
Extra damage increase? No, not till 6. Lovely. Okay.
And it is worth mentioning that I run Find Steed acting like Find Familiar, where you can just dismiss them to a pocket dimension and resummon them without having to recast the spell.
Oh, lovely. I can delete the clause about can't end the turn in the air for Helios. Here. Attacks count as magical for resistances / immunities. Check. And let's see here. Oh yeah, this is, and then I get the funky version of extra attack. I have coordinated attack now.
Yep.
When you take the attack action on your turn, the dragon can see you or hear you. It can use its own reaction to make a single claw attack.
Hey, John, unrelated question to leveling, because I'm not sure if I marked this right. What's the should the attack bonus for a javelin just be my strength plus proficiency?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because it's a thrown weapon.
I have no idea how the hell that ended up as a 7.
Well, what's your strength modifier?
Oh, no. I mean, like, additional wise, I can see how it ended up. It is a 7.
Yeah.
But like I had it written down as 5 plus 7, which didn't make any sense.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, if your strength modifier is +5, then like it's plus 8 now because your proficiency bonus goes up.
Yep, and I have to go through the rigorous and painful process of fixing that for everything now.
Yep. I'm gonna head out, guys, because I'm getting tired.
Alrighty.
All right.
I'll talk to you guys next week.
Okay.
Reaction to.
See ya. I forgot to end the stream.